know a fear laughing at us. I see the sadness spreading your eyes. Once we were dancing, singing, somehow it all changed. No one else could understand. I know a fear laughing at us. I see the sadness spreading your eyes. Under the moonlight, we were screaming. Somehow he won't change. Stop chasing, set me free.
Hey, hello?
Have to swallow your tears, you still have me. You don't have to cover yourself when no one can be trusted. I'm still here standing beside you.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Hey, hello?
Apart, and I still keep you
Hello?
inside my broken heart.
Okay, we're going to map. Because I've been addicted to mapping lately. Not gonna lie, I've been having so much fun doing it. And I had a bunch of new ideas. Okay, let's begin. Put my little ASMR to the side. Hi, Dark and everyone. Hi, hello.
Against worst streamers get knocked out.
Somali, one of the internet's biggest embarrassments, is at it again. And
I've
good Lord,
seen
I hate
this
to say it,
guy.
some people
This guy is
do.
so racist, by the way.
Get smacked up once, but now twice in 2 weeks. I was actually planning on doing a video on the first time we got put in this place.
Like, that
However,
guy's
I got
actually
limited
so
with my stuff,
racist.
and I
Why's he got a fucking banner? It's got Shroud at 0 viewers.
Huh?
Bro, this putting Shroud at the fuck. Yeah, what the hell? What happened to Shroud? God damn.
couldn't get to it. And I'll be honest with y'all, the second time we got smacked is much funnier than the first one. But you know, since we're here already, you know, roll the clip. Let's go ahead and see it.
Yeah, this guy is so racist. He like makes joke about Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I kid you not.
I like how bro is wearing.
And he says he's going to like, you know, like I kid you not, this is like
Super Mario
on
stepped
stream
up.
and stuff. This guy is so racist.
Boom, bitch.
I like how bro.
And
is
he
wearing
gets
a
super defensive
Mario,
when you
even
try to
though
confront
he's
him.
opposite,
He's
like,
like, I'm not doing anything wrong.
But, like, I want y'all to understand, like, what kind of creature we're dealing with here. He is
Who
going
is
around
this
calling
guy?
himself.
It's actually
Monkey.
insane.
You guys seriously think that you can reason with a black man calling himself Monkey? I know Luffy's name is Monkey
Oh
D. Luffy,
gosh.
but Monkey D. Monkey. Like, why did you need to emphasize the monkey? What's your issue?
This seems like just somebody who's trying to be as edgy.
Yeah,
and
like that guy is
obnoxious as
actually
possible
super
for
racist.
YouTube.
I looked at his Twitter and he's like
I think
talking
that's
about
really
like
what he's doing. Like, he's just
doing
trying
our
to-
stuff
trying to
too,
get
like
as much
the
attention
Japanese
on him
people
and everything
cucking.
like that, right? Trying to
It's
just be,
it's actually
obnoxious as fuck
insane.
for whatever reason.
Like, I'm not an advocate for violence. I'd rather everyone get along with each other because it means less of a headache.
You're responsible for yourself. Nobody's
But jeez, this guy, I wouldn't mind.
because you're
Yeah.
a 5'3" little shit. You're a pussy. I said you're a pussy. And I gotta catch up a little bit on the lore for the most recent stuff to make
Oh,
sense.
God.
But long story short, the Japanese people want this man out. Like, they want this nut job gone. They want him
Bro,
out.
if I was
I don't
Japan,
understand
would
why they
just
haven't
say,
yet.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's
Like, we
true.
don't need a reason to deport you. Like, no, we don't need a reason.
Yeah,
Get the
for
fuck out.
real.
That's it. Yeah, I would immediately just be like, yeah, what is the point? Like, this is the thing is, Japan is a
And he's
fucking-
not. You know what's worse? He says if he gets kicked out of Japan, he's just gonna go to China or Korea and do it next there, of all things.
And
Like, dude.
everybody there does pretty much the same thing, and they stick to themselves. Like they're not. Japan's not going, and like I mean, you know, like fucking like they're not going over to America and attacking us. Like I mean, there was that one thing a long time ago, but that was a long fucking time ago. They're not doing this shit anymore. They're sitting there taking care of themselves, and that's it. So if somebody else comes into their fucking place and starts harassing them, they're the one in the wrong.
For
He's
real.
not American. He's a fucking foreigner, though. He's not from there. And he shouldn't fucking be there. If he doesn't
shouldn't
know
be
how to
anywhere.
act right, get the fuck out.
Don't have him. I mean, if he's in America, he's just gonna get shot or something.
Eviscerate. They want him kicked out. And if you also
Oh
want
my
to get off the
gosh.
streets of Japan, you should totally like and sub up to this video so we can get this video pushed out a
10,000 likes, bro. He gets deported.
little bit more to
10,000
he gets
likes.
deported and understand who he is.
Let's get there.
If they ever come across him. Now, it's been a while since we've talked about Johnny Somali because, well, you know, he fell off. Now, if you're not fully caught up on Johnny Somali lore, I did a few videos on which you
Oh
should
my
totally
God.
watch after you watch this one. But for the
Oh
context
my
of this
God.
video, I'll give you a quick little spark notes. Johnny
Yeah.
Somali is an IRL kick streamer who goes around to different countries and just
He
disrespects
even,
the
like,
culture, just flips it up on their
harassed
That
someone that
means
was
he
streaming on
goes and
Twitch and made her
slowly
cry
is
on
going
stream.
around publicly disrespecting Shinzo Abe, telling people he's going to bomb Hiroshima again, and just flat out.
Oh, yeah. It's this. So it's
Yeah,
this
see?
guy?
It's him. It's like, jeez.
Oh, my God. It's this guy. Jesus.
Being a loud, obnoxious little gremlin that goes against all of Japanese culture. And fun fact,
Yeah.
after I did my first two vids, I had a bunch of Japanese people reach out to talk to me about all of this and how it's like impacting society. And it's truly heartbreaking. I have one person in particular who is fighting with everything they got to get this man locked up and deported. But since he moves so
Yeah.
slithery and nasty, it's hard to lock him up due to him finding like random loopholes. Like no matter what, he will find his way out of that situation. I gotta give him props at that point. For you to
I mean, that's the government. They think they can do whatever the fuck they want. Just kick them the fuck out.
For real.
What do you mean? What do you mean he's gonna find a loophole? Just close it. What's he gonna do? Sue him?
paid that much, like you
Yeah,
I don't
bitch,
know.
you're out.
I don't know. And after people saw him get worse and worse, they took matters into their own hands and said, you know what, forget the police. We're going to forge our own Twitter accounts and just track near everything that he does, which is
Damn.
where I get most
Wait,
of my
they
news.
did?
Damn, so they're like stalking. Oh my God.
Oh,
Kids
shit.
Literally found his apartment, have been following him around on the bus.
Oh,
Again, I do go over more of this in my other videos. Make sure you guys check them out after this video. But flash forward about 2 weeks ago.
And this is the funny thing, right? Is that like even
He's
they
gonna
are
cry
trying to be
victim.
polite. They are. They're trying to be polite, and they haven't knocked this dude off. They haven't killed him. Imagine doing this in other places. You imagine doing this in one of these countries in South America? You act like that? Yeah, he'd be done.
He realized money's drying up. He's not actually entertaining and can only farm views by harassing people.
Exactly.
Japanese people probably won't touch him.
Because really, it's really just kids that watch this shit, right? Kids love
True.
to watch this kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I bet if I was like 12, I probably would think this was kind of funny, right? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Like, it's a different world now, so like, how do I know? But like, whenever I was 12, I would like watching like stupid shit like this, right? But like anybody that's like past puberty, I can't imagine this being funny. You know, kids love clowns. Yeah, kids love clowns.
But boy,
I don't even know how you
So
could
he
find
went
this
back
funny, to be
and
honest.
with him, he brought two other idiots. Turan
In
is
less than a
by the
day.
name of Gene. I'm like 99.9% sure that Turan is like autistic as shit. and like, you know, that doesn't excuse his behavior, but I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone for a second, because he has a whole nother issue entirely. But as for Gino, I'm genuinely trying to figure out who is the bigger clout chaser between him and Johnny. Like, Johnny is bold and will do damn near whatever for like 2 schmeckles, but Gino will literally just follow Johnny around and do exactly what he does. Like, I genuinely think sometimes Gino is a lost puppy, just trying to figure out his purpose in life. These two have been
He's just trying to clout chase. That's all. That's all they're doing. They're over there trying to fuck around to do the one thing to get them in the news, to get people talking about him, right? Like, their dream is to have a Kai situation where, like, they cause.
You know, I don't know. For those that watch Summit, do you guys remember one time he got swatted and the way his friend and him handled it? It's like, dude, I'm getting swatted. He was so nonchalant about it.
Situation like, Central Park or wherever the fuck Kai did that thing. And then everybody gets called out and, like, shit gets destroyed, right? They're making content by harassing people. Yeah, exactly. When you throw in the autistic art, I think that what he was saying is, like, the person is, like, like the person is, like, genuinely socially awkward, right? They're, like, socially unaware. And so, like, some of the rude things they could be doing could just be because they're, like, bad. It's like, it's ignorance rather than malice. Like, I think that's the point he was trying to make.
Involves together this entire trip just being idiots together. They're even like,
because y'all got to keep in mind, whenever people say somebody has autism, what does autism really mean? It doesn't really mean that somebody has autism. It means that they either have social problems, problems communicating,
Or they're fucking stupid,
a lot of stuff that doesn't matter,
etc.
Like, that's what autism means on the internet. Like, that's what it is.
Arguing together like 40-year-old couples. Just last week or something like that, they went to the forest and started doing rituals. They were drawing pentagrams on pictures of Logan Paul, Shinzo Abe, and a big Japanese streamer. I'm forgetting her name. But they were just in that forest lighting things on fire and also eating bugs for whatever reason. I don't
Ew.
Yeah, I do. They were trying to get attention. That's why.
Ew. Dude, I just finished eating.
Can't really say what Blood was cooking right there, but hey, man, not everybody is naturally funny.
Well,
Some
he
people
wasn't cooking.
got it a lot better than others.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. They also almost got game ended by being complete idiots and attempted to climb Mount Fuji with like no gear, like none at all. And instead of trying to climb back down the mountain, they got scared and just wimped out and just started paying money to stay in the Hold on. And instead of trying to climb down the mountain, they got scared and kept paying.
You can't hear the video? Oh, here, I can fix that.
Then they keep paying to stay in the bathroom.
Smile.
Like, do you
So they had to pay money to sit in the fucking bathroom because they were too cold? Oh my god.
know how sad that is? like that is sad.
That is,
Come on, like,
yeah, that is
single
sad.
tier, single tier. And what I don't think these two dimwits understand is that, yeah, sure, it's content. No one is laughing with you. We're laughing at you because you're an idiot. Like, this is some shit that I'd expect out of a Looney Tunes cartoon, dog. Like, this is insane. But
Well, it'd be like, it wouldn't even be out of a Looney Tunes cartoon. It would be out of one of those Looney Tunes cartoons that, like, fucking Warner Brothers has got to do, like, 7 different disclaimers where it says, like, yeah, we used to be racist. Yes, we perpetuated racial stereotypes. Yes, we use certain races as a joke. Yes, we like to use racial slurs. Yes, we use blackface. Yes, we like to... and then... Oh, also, we used to hate women back then. All right. Now enjoy the show, folks. And that's it. Yeah. That's the kind of Looney Tunes it would be part of.
anyways, I've obviously been following these two idiots a little bit loosely,
my
so you know I can
God.
scrape some
Yeah, the
moles of them in
classics.
private out there, stupidity. You know, just typical nag stuff. You know I can, you know. Yeah. And a very common trend with these two is that they drink. And they drink a lot. And that leads us to the current Johnny Somali timeline. So these two are obviously drunk and harassing people since they don't know how to do like literally anything else. They're not good for anything else. And then someone grabs Gino's phone in an attempt to, you know, get those two.
I think a lot of these guys, like, the reason why they go around and they harass people and they do this kind of stuff is because they can't get an audience doing anything else.
Just kind of
So
sad.
it's not like if this guy just sat around and, you know, tried to entertain people, that people would watch, right? Like, everybody would leave. So, like, this is what they have to do. So like if they want clout, if they want attention, if they want people to pay attention to them, they have to act like fucking clowns. And
The
if they
things
don't
people will
that,
do for attention,
then
though, it's kind of
nobody's gonna watch.
insane.
To leave everyone else alone. They literally just walk around and pester
Bunch of
civilians, like,
bozos,
all
yeah.
day long. And I'm gonna just let the rest of the clip speak for itself. I'm a
From
pause it here
3
and
to
thoughts and
6
opinions, but yeah,
Huh?
here's the clip.
Oh, so for about an hour.
Back off. You the back off. With me, what I do? Look at you. I just came. Defend them. They don't like you. Stop defending them.
Just leave.
Yeah,
people
this is
alone.
the
Like,
video.
See,
Oh
you're
my
fucking
gosh.
obnoxious. Like I don't understand. Like I don't get why it's so hard for people to just like not act like that. Like I've never had a situation where this happens. You know? Like it doesn't even make sense. Like they're into like why do you like I would never act like that way around these
Yeah,
people.
like.
But you watch these people? What do you mean I watch these people? I'm not watching them. I'm watching a video about it. What, I'm not watching this. What are you talking about?
People in VR chat do worse, which
crazy?
makes it even more
They're irrelevant and
sad.
desperate. That's really what it is. Is they go around
I'm eating onion
and
rings.
they
Hi,
harass
hello.
people, and they're irrelevant and desperate. That's what it is.
Yeah, they got knocked out. This just happened like a few
They
days
just
ago.
don't understand how to leave people alone. This clip itself just exemplifies the entire problem with these two. Like, what are you doing this for? Like, what are you causing this problem for? Just like walk away.
Mhm.
They don't want to be in front of the camera. Like, just cool it. Like, let it be.
Yeah.
Stop
Hey,
defending them.
you racist. You racist. You
Oh,
Yeah,
and he's
exactly.
saying
Like,
they're
listen, I'm real
racist.
part of the problem. I completely disagree. I think that you should absolutely call this shit out. You should 100% call this shit out.
Who said
Absolutely.
not to
I
call
don't
it
like
out?
this
That's
idea that,
stupid.
like, you should just ignore people that are bad actors, because whenever you ignore bad actors, then they just keep acting bad. Nah, bro. Like if somebody says some stupid ass
no.
shit or does something that you don't like you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want. Yeah.
Hell
what do you
no.
mean?
Like, what the
racist.
heck?
Bro, they don't really think that they're being racist. They're just saying this to get them mad. Yeah, they're not. They don't really think that they're being racist. They're just being goofballs. Like they're acting like assholes just to try to get a reaction.
Hey, you're racist.
I find it extremely ironic
Yeah.
that these two are saying like you're racist, when those two like that is literally the only thing you do. Like that is it. You are the racist one. You are the problem. These people
Yeah,
have no
100%.
issue with black people. They have no issue with white folk. They have no issue with no other race. It is just literally you two. And I explained this a
Yeah.
little bit in my other two videos, but like if people just keep going over there harassing Japanese people, they're just you're
Well,
just going
They're gonna
be-
fucking
yeah,
close
they're not gonna
down.
like- 'cause, like, if you no fucking shit. Yeah, you're right.
Because there's a
Instead of
portion
that
of
person
Japanese
for
people that
everyone, like,
actually
stop.
don't
You
like
gotta lead by
foreigners.
example. Like,
And
you
this
gotta- you
doesn't
can't
help.
keep on this, gang.
Okay, say that. Don't grab my camera. Don't grab. No, damn it. Just go. You know. Racist. Y'all racist. Y'all racist.
Oh, look at him. He's squaring up. I didn't see this part.
I don't see how they don't get deported.
Look at him. He's getting. Is this
Yeah,
Kick
I
Shimmer
really
who's
don't.
racist to
Like, I don't
Japanese
see how
people?
they don't get
Yeah. I don't understand why he's still on
It doesn't make
Kick.
sense. Because like they're just going around
You see-
harassing people in public. Like why not?
You see, because he's still on Kick, getting away from this stuff. Imagine if I streamed there, and like all the races and harassment I would get. I'm not enticed to move there because of this kind of stuff as well. You almost got stabbed before. Jeez, but like you know what I mean? Like. I don't know. Kick should ban them, honestly, in my opinion.
Why doesn't Japan just deport them?
Damn it. Malcolm X. Racist. Hey, racist.
And the fact that he's been going on for a while on Kick, harassing Twitch streamers, is weird. Even more so that he hasn't been banned for it.
All you have to say
That is crazy.
Damn. Damn.
Anonymous sent $3 Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima.
See, look at the.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yep, there it is.
If it had any other skill sets besides it, I don't even think. I'm not gonna even be hopeful or like.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I don't think that you should ever like try to hit somebody to solve a problem. Like, I'm really not about that. I think that's bad. But the end of the day, like the government should have pulled them the fuck out of there before this even happened.
It's true.
It should have never escalated to this point to begin with. So it's like, I mean, like, yeah, it shouldn't have happened. He shouldn't have punched him, but they also shouldn't have been there for the in the first place, right?
It's kind of nuts. And for extra good measure, we actually have this clip here that just syncs them both up because Gina was streaming this too. We got a nice little time sync on what they're doing. Yo, they missed the quick time of that. Gotta go back to the
His
game.
laugh.
Quick time of that.
Oh my god.
And hey man, me personally, if I would have seen this fat
Do you miss the quick time event? Oh my gosh.
smack the shit out of him like the first guy. And secondly, I'm grabbing his bottom lip and I'm pulling it down like a window shade and letting it bounce back up and smack him in his forehead with the recoil. All in GT, of course. I wouldn't harm a single person ever. Like that's not me. I'm a loving person. I make love, not war. And I also find it extremely ironic that TTF is still playing.
Is just spamming Hiroshima, Nagasaki, just like over and over and over. I can't believe that the Japanese put up with this shit for a second. Like, I cannot believe
True.
that. Yeah, that, like, I would just, like, see, the thing is, like, this is what's so sad, right? Is you get somebody like, and this is how bad these clowns are. I'm going to make this comparison. You get somebody like Ice Poseidon, who goes and does some dumbass shit in Thailand, right? Or Thailand, and you know, he gets in trouble, he gets put in jail. But then meanwhile in Japan, these guys are going out of their way and harassing
Being actual
people.
racist.
So Japan should throw them in jail. Imagine somebody joking about 9/11 in USA. It's all about the context.
People do already.
Joke about 9/11 all the time, okay? Like, I used to do it a lot. So it's not really, like, that's not, yeah, they do. Yeah, as a matter of fact. But it's not about joking about it. It's about the intent, right? Like, this dude is not doing it as a joke. He's doing it with the intent
To be an asshole.
agitate
such.
and piss people off. Yeah, he's going out of his way to do that.
Oh, he's knocked out on the ground. I think it really highlights all the issues we
malicious
have
intent.
here. Like,
Yeah,
his chat
it is.
knows TTS is going to get him in trouble, but they still play crazy TTS all over the place to laugh at his misfortunes because, they're not the ones getting smacked up. Like,
Oh, yeah,
Johnny
they think
Somali in
it's
chat,
funny.
I know you dickheads are going to watch this video in full, so you're going to see this, and you're going to try to pick apart and pull apart everything that you can. Like,
Bro, people say he's not Muslim or Somali, he's Ethiopian. Bro, who gives a fuck what he is? Like, everybody
He's a
that's
fucking
not
racist.
stupid knows that this guy is not a representative of anything other than clowns. He's not a representative of black people, Somalians, Muslims, or Ethiopians, or Americans. Like, he's not he's not on their team. This isn't the Olympics, man. He's not representing the country. He's just an asshole. Now, the unfortunate
So
reality
true,
is
King.
that bad interactions with another race is probably the main reason why people are racist. Like, I think that a lot of the people that are racist, at least the ones that I know that have had racial feelings about things, they had bad experiences. Either they were brought up that way or they had a bad experience of a person of that race, right? That's usually what it is. And so, like, yeah, it does perpetuate that, but, like, I don't think that's fair to classify, like, every Ethiopian is like this, because this guy's, fuck, I bet half of them don't even care. It affirms their biases, though. It does, and it's bad. But I just think that, like, it's true, but it shouldn't be. And I don't like to try to hold people to that standard because I think that's unfair.
you did the last video, but y'all should probably chill out, like, for real, like, before someone seriously gets more hurt than this. Y'all gotta relax. I see y'all in Discord right now just trying to purge everything, but hey, man, cops on your ass. See, Jesus, raps, y'all are done.
Yeah.
I'm out the country.
Wait, what?
Get 'em out. But I do want to step back for a second. And say, you know, like Japanese citizens, I know y'all are mad and annoyed with him, but this isn't really the right way to go about it. And to be fair, the people who like put hands on Johnny and Gino, like they weren't Japanese people. The person, the clip in the beginning of the video, not Japanese, and the person here is obviously not Japanese. But
Yeah.
I don't want y'all getting in trouble. We don't need actual innocent people getting.
You know how he tried be there was one clip of him trying to be racist on a subway? Turned out the guy was not only Korean, that dude is from Texas and stood his fucking ground. Holy. He stood his ground and he could not fight back because that guy was built. And I mean like Markiplier built.
Getting yourselves in trouble and like causing public violence because like, you know, that's illegal.
No, it's the government should step in. Like that's the thing is that you know, I think they should. I like there's it like you know, I don't ever think it's the right option to like be violent to people, but it is funny. It is definitely funny whenever something like this happens.
And that's going to put you in a tough
Yeah, they
spot.
should just get
Ultimately,
deported.
the person that throws the first
That's
punch
it.
is the one that's going to be put in jail. So
Yeah.
like and he knows that. You're the one that's going to be put in jail and not him. So like we gotta outsmart the little gremlin. Honestly, the best course
My
of
understanding
Outsmart
is that
the little
Japan has a
gremlin?
law explicitly against filming people with the intent to degrade them. Like Japan literally has this specific law, and people have been deported. Foreigners have been deported for this. Yes, yeah, and so like I don't know why these guys are still around. Yeah, I don't get it.
action is if you see him act up, record it, and then show the police, and like they'll handle it. Don't step in. Don't do the police's job.
No,
Like, let the
he's
police
right.
handle it. And
He's
if he
100%
does
right.
actually try to harass you, then just try your best to ignore
Just
him
get the
and
fuck away
record
from
it,
him.
or just
Yeah.
like move on. There is so much more info on this guy that I couldn't cover in this video, or else we'd be here for like literal hours. So if you guys do want me to go into more detail on the other nuisance streamers, or provide more details on the stuff I was talking about earlier, or just want more updates in general, please let me know down in the comments. I can for sure expand upon more of the stuff he was doing since he got back to Japan, because it's bad. But until then, I'ma hop out of here and I'm gonna go play some Toontown. Shout out my boy Buford Tricky.
Toontown? Holy.
But with that being said, make sure you guys like the video if you liked it, subscribe because you made this far into the video and you clearly like me. Check out all
I'm
my
glad
socials
that I
linked
heard
below,
about this.
and
I
I'm
didn't
outta
know
here.
this guy was
Love
still.
y'all. Be safe. Peace.
I didn't know this guy was still out making a fool of himself, man. I really had no idea.
Everyone's culture.
Like, it's just. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'll link y'all the video. Like, I'm glad somebody made a video about this clown, man. Like, honestly, I just think all Japan needs to do is just go and deport him. Like, just go deport him and all those other people. Like, if I was Japan, you know what I would do? I'd throw his ass in jail. I would. I'd just throw his ass in jail.
Surprised they
Find out
haven't
some
already.
reason of why it's okay to throw him in jail. Put him in jail, and just leave him there for as long as possible. And then after that, after that period's over, then we deport him. Maybe Japanese governments are scared of how they would look. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are. I don't know. It depends. But I think that honestly, every single person that's watching this kind of shit, if the Japanese government deported
That
them, would
CTS?
be very happy. That would be a Japanese government W. Fuck this clown. Even another streamer from Australia is starting to do similar things. Well, that's the problem, right? Is that
Oh
it's like, this is just
gosh,
the way
it's
the internet
spawning
is,
more of
is
them.
that if you can make money and you can get attention for being hostile and obnoxious like this, people are gonna do it.
Oh
Because
gosh.
they can, if there's money in it, it's gonna happen. Straight up, like that's just it. Like if there's money to be involved, if there's money to be had, it will happen. Japan won't waste time with jail. They'll just ban his ass. Well, good for them. Like I just think that's what should happen. Yeah, I can't believe this dude's still doing work. Yeah, I'll link y'all the video. Give it a like. Rage bait is real. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Absolutely. I mean, okay, to be accepting of diversity. Well, it's not about being diversity or not. Like the guy, like bro, like he would do this to other people that are like I don't know where the fuck this dude came from, but he would be doing this to people in his country too. Like it's not like he gives a fuck.
You wouldn't.
about,
He's
like,
just
what
racist to
color
Asian people.
are. Like he's just harassing people for attention, and this is just the way. Like I don't even think this guy's a genuine racist. Probably like he's just an idiot. He's just an idiot trying to be edgy and say the most crazy bad thing that's gonna
The
get the most
2024
attention. Like, that's
presidential
really all there
election.
is to it. It's not
Oh
like this is a
gosh,
genuine,
I haven't been
like,
keeping up with
hateful,
it at
racist
all.
person or anything. Do you think he's aware of the risks or just careless? I think he's probably thinks to himself, it's probably not going to happen to me. It'll be all right. That's what I would bet he thinks. Seems like he uses his race as defense against repercussion. He just does that to make people mad. This dude's
Okay,
gonna be an actual
let's
racist. Yeah,
see.
true.
Actually, I need to load up something real quick. I need to.
Blue Protocol is getting worse. Is that true?
Tencent to develop mobile version of hit anime game Blue Protocol. Tencent is making Bandai Namco's Blue Protocol into a mobile game.
Okay.
Blue Protocol Mobile Edition in the works, Tencent developing and publishing. Tencent secures rights to develop and publish mobile edition of Blue Protocol. Tencent secured rights to publish mobile version of Bandai
Let's
Namco's
see. I need to
Blue
load some of
Protocol.
Rob's old maps
There is
real quick.
definitely
So I'm in Unity.
more telling of a lack of faith in your game than letting a
So
tiny
we're gonna start making new areas now. I'm not gonna do Substance Painter or like Unity work. I'm actually just gonna do all Blender stuff first before I do anything else.
And I had a lot of faith in Bandai Namco when they first announced Blue Protocol.
I don't know about this, man. Like, Tencent might as well make it a good game then, yeah.
Well, Blend?
I mean, I don't know, like...
Perhaps.
This is the way I see it. Tencent's everything. Yeah, that's the way I see it, right? Is like, Tencent owns Riot.
I think for the most part too as well. I am done with like I literally just don't know what else to add here.
Owned by Tencent.
Maybe what I can do
They own 100%
is
of the company. Tencent owns...
yeah, like I don't know what to add here. What do I even add here?
48%. 40% of Epic Games. We love grinding gear games, right? Path of Exile. Well, Tencent owns part of Grinding Gear Games, a very large percentage of Grinding Gear Games. From Software too. Yeah, I actually don't. I didn't know that. Well, I heard about that. I just didn't look into that. 15%. Let's see. Can I find this? This is From Software, owned by Tencent. Both,
Yeah, I don't know what to
Sony
add
and
here.
Tencent both purchased significant shares in From Software. So like, if you want to say Tencent is
Actually,
gonna be bad,
I do have an
like,
idea.
no matter what, I mean that's a lot of games, man.
Enjoyed a lot of Bandai Namco's games. All the Tales of games. Code Vein, Scarlet Nexus, Elden Ring, although admittedly they published Elden Ring, I don't think they developed it. They have single-handedly...
Well, it doesn't matter because Elden Ring, the developers are still owned by Tencent. Not entirely, but they're partially owned. Like, I mean, that's just how it is.
turned what was arguably one of the most
A snail tank? That's actually
upcoming
going to be
MMORPGs
a bit of a surprise down the road.
simultaneously one of the
Okay, so I'll tell you guys.
monumental failures in recent
There's a whole timeline and lore to what I've been trying to do. So it started 2 years ago. I wanted to make an NPC of Rob's pets that passed away,
Number one,
and someone offered to make the models for me, right?
it's been met with negative
So I
reception
said,
by the Japanese
"Whoa,
audience. That's
thank
fact.
you. That is so cool."
Two, the,
They flaked on me,
announcement that
or
they're
they said they
going to
couldn't do it. They
censor
changed their
American
mind.
words in the game,
So I
Western
waited for
game
nothing
in order to make it
while I was learning how
align
to make
with,
these
you know,
NPCs.
Western
Fast forward
American
some time,
values. So those are the reasons why people are
they
not
said, "Hey, I
excited
can pick
about
this up again." So I said,
Protocol.
"Oh,
It's got
okay.
nothing to
Then
do with
I'll
Bandai
continue
Namco,
this project I was doing for it."
or Amazon. It's got nothing to do with Amazon at all. Like Amazon's not telling them how to make.
They
it.
flaked on me again.
That's not it.
This is not an over-exaggeration.
Oh my gosh, I just realized I am so sorry.
Everything Amazon has been accused of doing and has been proven.
But
Uh,
Yeah.
I
listen,
forgot about this.
everything negative about Blue Protocol right now has to do with the Japanese game that Amazon has literally no interaction with at all. Amazon is publishing the game in America. They've got nothing to do with the problems of the Japanese game.
There, look, I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry. I forgot about this.
Tencent scores the biggest
My
anime
bad.
Blue Protocol deal. Tencent Holdings
Okay,
secured
so
rights to
continuing.
publish the mobile edition of Bandai
So then what
Namco
happened
Tencent
afterwards
Protocol,
was,
betting on one of this year's most anticipated multiplayer games to
yeah.
international growth.
So now that I know how to do Blender work and such, I'm just gonna make. I wanted to make his pets,
Not so much. We don't even fucking
like,
have
you know,
Blue Protocol Protocol
that he
game.
loved
How is
dearly.
a mobile version of
I
a
saw the
game
reference
console gonna
pictures
have
in my
the
DMs with Val, but like,
international growth and attention? The world's
Well,
biggest
the reason why
I
is
do
because
not
a
like
lot
when
of
people
don't
flake on
have
me, especially for
PCs.
important
for
stuff like
example,
this,
in China
because it's
and
supposed to be
South
for his
America,
birthday too, and I
mobile
haven't been
gaming
able
is
to
a
do
lot
it, and it's
bigger
been pissing me
because
off.
in China, there's a lot of time that people spend on like public transportation, and they do mobile gaming on public transportation, and that's one big reason. Another reason why obviously South America has that is that they don't have as much money in general, and so they're able to afford a smartphone but not a gaming PC. India is also the same issue to an extent. I just don't really know as much about that. So I think that it's reasonable that they want to make the game mobile. Like Genshin Impact.
I
is a
like it's
mobile
awesome
game.
them.
I don't think that a game being a mobile game means that it's a bad game. Like for example, Diablo 4
I
wasn't
like
a
his
mobile
num
game,
chat.
but it played like one, right? You
It's
still have
num.
the same
It's num.
battle passes. Like you still have the store getting opened all the time. Like what are we really talking about here? Every year phones get better, right? The computing power of
Did you
phones
guys just
gets
have
stronger and better.
phones?
And there is a point where phones will be able to run really great games, like Blue Protocol, like Genshin
Did you guys
Impact.
have
They can now.
phones?
So, like, I don't think that a game being on mobile is a justification for it to be bad.
Games company has assembled a developer team for the project and holds the global distribution rights. So this is confirmed to be coming globally too, guys. This is not a Chinese exclusive.
Yeah.
The people said, ask it not to be identified discussing private plans. The tie-up is an extension of Tencent's proven formula of creating mobile content for franchises like Call of Duty and PUBG. It's not clear when Tencent... But these are pre-existing franchises. These are already popular games. Blue Protocol has been panned in Japan. Blue Protocol has received a lot of criticism globally.
Yeah.
That is not going to have the same effect internationally as Call of Duty and PUBG. It's not.
I have to also say, like, Tencent is a very, like, I don't think the people that work at Tencent are stupid. I don't.
Smart.
I think that, you know, you could say that they're, you know, like, operating as an arm of the Chinese government or some bullshit, sure. But they're not stupid.
They're
So,
smart.
like, if they think that this is a good idea, I actually think that's kind of a good thing for Blue Protocol. Straight up. I do.
Clear when Tencent will debut Blue Protocol's mobile game, which could take a year or more for development. The PC edition of the game launched in Japan in June, and Bandai Namco spokesman declined to comment, while representatives
Yeah,
from
Tencent knows
Tencent
how to
didn't
make
respond
money.
to
Yeah,
requests for
exactly.
comment either. Blue Protocol is the latest large-budget online.
So what I'm gonna do is
free to
I'm gonna
play
add
as well as
plants
on-in-game
here.
services for monetization.
Little
And
hanging
it's the state of
plants.
the
How
game
cool
in
would that be?
Japan. I understand why they're opting to release a mobile version of the game. They want some kind of return on their investment here.
Yeah, of course.
It's proven a lucrative business model for established titles like League of Legends from Tencent-owned Riot Games. In Blue Protocol, anime characters wield blades and magic in a fantasy multiplayer world designed by the team behind Bandai Namco's Tales series. Before we go any further into this video, though, I want to take a moment here to
The Tales
thank my
series
local
is
patrons on
fun.
Patreon who allow for me to
Tentacle variety?
videos like
I'd like to
this
see
every single
yeah.
day. In its first week, the game attracted 600,000 players. When I did my video with Asmongold, he and I discussed how there were over 500,000 players that played it within the first week, and we're both actually relatively impressed with that because
Well, it's a lot of people, like, especially like 500,000 people that play it in just Japan. You have to keep that in mind. And, like, this is a Japanese-only release, and they had 500,000 people that logged on to play the game. I think that people want a game like Blue Protocol to succeed. So even whenever it comes out in the West, I think that you're going to have hundreds of thousands of people logging on to play this game. Even if it's pretty much...
I actually want to play
a
Blue
bad game,
Protocol,
or
to
maybe
be
even
honest.
more problematic in some other way. Like, people will still log on to try it out. The same as they did with Tower of Fantasy, the same as they did with Lost Ark. It doesn't
Yep.
matter, because people are
Yep.
always going to look for a new game. They want to have that new experience. Absolutely.
this is
I haven't really found an MMO
Yeah.
I liked personally.
larger
free? I
audience
don't know.
globally, including 200,000 simultaneous connections at its peak, marking the fastest launch for any Bandai Namco domestic PC online game, the Japanese firm said.
That's insane.
Amazon's game division is set to launch the game in the Western markets next year.
Next year. Yep.
Sure. Across
Why'd he
PC,
laugh?
PlayStation, and Xbox
Oh, I think it'll
platforms.
happen.
Tencent, over recent years, has made inroads in Japan's guarded entertainment industry, scooping up slices of prominent local studios behind smash hits including Elden Ring and Nier Automata. Wait, hold on. Wait, Tencent was in charge of Elden Ring and Nier Automata, or maybe they just purchased the studios that developed Elden Ring and Nier Automata.
They're invested into a ton of different things. That's what I'm saying, right? It's like they're invested into like everything. It's like Tencent is like a massive company. Like Tencent company size, market cap $3.89 billion. It's the 21st most valuable company. It's fucking huge. Tencent's not dumb. They wouldn't destroy a game that's doing well. They bought it in the first place because it was doing well. I mean, I think that there's a lot of reasons why they could be buying it. 3.29? Oh, did I say 3.29? Yeah, I meant 389.
Okay, yeah, never mind. The Shenzhen-based company also launched mobile games based on established brands like Pokemon and Naruto for the Chinese and global market. Could you imagine a Chinese Naruto? Commonly abbreviated to ACG, Japan's anime, comic book, and gaming franchises are already popular in Tencent's domestic market. Yeah, anime games, anime series are popular everywhere around the world, increasingly so in the West. The genre also influenced a generation of Chinese game makers, including the studio behind the seminal Genshin Impact. China's $40 billion gaming market, the world's largest, shrank for the first time in 2022 during regulatory and economic turmoil. Same time, Tencent barely grew its revenue, fighting a tough battle against fiercely competitive domestic rivals. Given its difficulties at home, Tencent is ramping up its gaming investments in places like Europe, Japan, South Korea, hoping to leverage them into multimedia juggernauts that lock Chinese consumers into its ecosystem. So essentially,
well, that's the thing, right? Is like getting the global mobile audience. That's where the real money is. Like,
actually,
you guys
do something
know
else.
this. Like, I'm sure a lot of people already know this, but some people might not. This is a reality check. Mobile gaming is bigger than PC and console gaming put together.
Okay.
Say it is.
I think it's better. Yeah, this is way better.
And it is a lot bigger. And it is growing faster as well. So, of course, they're going to want to do this. Like, everybody is trying to make a game that's playable on mobile. And there are plenty of games,
what
by
I
the
can
way,
see
that
from
are
here.
playable on mobile, and they're not
I
garbage.
actually like
But the
this.
difference is that they
This
were
looks
developed
nice.
for PC first. I think,
I
they
think
can
this
make
like
examples
little
of Fortnite,
canopy looking ass thing.
Minecraft, and Among Us. Like, all of these games are playable and functional on mobile, but they were developed for PC first. Which, to be fair, Blue Protocol was also developed for PC first as well.
well, that wasn't very
Right?
the
Doesn't it look good?
thing to take away from this
Like
is
so
that
far?
Namco
A little
is not gonna
cave kind of
publish,
thing?
Blue Protocol Mobile, rather Tencent is Blue Protocol. Is
I
going
don't
to
think I'll
develop
make this
in
top side
collaboration with
accessible
a
though.
Chinese studio that is notorious for heavy pay to win, that is known to produce fairly low quality mobile games, and
Because I just want to keep everything ground floor, to be honest.
I mean, I don't care. If
I think I'll
do
just
it,
keep
like,
everything
'cause the
ground
thing
floor.
Is, like, Tencent proven formula of creating mobile content for franchises like Call of Duty and PUBG. Call of Duty and PUBG.
I don't want it
they
too
have a separate
crowded.
mobile game. Like,
I
whenever
mean,
you play PUBG Mobile, you're playing
I
against other people
could
that are-
make
that are
it
playing
second
on
floor,
mobile.
but I didn't even know what
So, like,
I would
I
put
don't
up here.
care if
To
they
be
make
honest.
a mobile version of the game. Who gives a fuck? It's a separate.
But I think
game.
it'd become
Yeah,
too
I don't
clustered
think this
if
has anything to do
I'll
with
be
the PC game.
honest. So I don't want to do it.
different. I don't know why Bandai Namco opted to have a mobile version of a game that isn't even released around the world, release probably within a relatively close proximity to.
Okay, we might do
Let's be
something
honest
a
here,
little bit
Protocol is gonna
different
theoretically
pretty
launch at
soon
some
as
point
well.
in 2024
Chat.
globally. The mobile version of Blue
And
Protocol
I'll
is
show you
probably
guys
gonna launch
something
at
I've been
some
working
point
on
in
the side.
2024, maybe early 2025.
So basically,
So they're gonna
Zovrik
be released
asked
within a
me
relatively similar time frame here.
if I could make a
The
map room,
exception that Blue Protocol
but
is
I was like,
in Japan,
I don't know if I
yeah, Blue
could because I
Protocol's
don't
had
I don't know
when it
about
comes
my
to
like
Amazon Game
schedule.
Studios' alteration of core aspects
But
of the game, it's no wonder
I have
they're
been working
choosing
on it
to
on the side.
want something back. They
I mean, I
want
haven't worked on
something
it
back.
like from the last time I showed them an update, but it's getting there.
As well as they had
So
originally
basically,
anticipated doing. Now
Well,
that
yeah,
well,
obviously, like,
hmm.
it's smart for them to sell.
Yeah, so he
I
wants a
think that
deal
this is
or
a
no
smart
deal map,
decision for them to
and
make.
I'm just gonna be making that for
I
him.
do. I don't think this is. And I think that the end of Blue Protocol as we know it, that could be a good thing. because the Japanese version of Blue Protocol is bad, according to the Japanese players and according to what I've seen.
That's
So
what's
if
scary.
Tencent wants to
That they're
develop
saying
these
it's
single
bad.
standalone
The Japanese
games
people are saying it's bad.
as they
Oh
have
my
done
gosh.
in the past with both
What
Call
happened?
of Duty and PUBG, I don't care. It's like Diablo Immortal. I don't care what's happening in Diablo Immortal because Diablo 4 is out. Diablo 4 might have bullshit in it, but it's not even remotely as bad as Diablo Immortal, so who cares? So I
Diablo
don't really see
Immortal.
this
Oh
as
my
being a
gosh.
problem at all. Yeah, if they want to make a cash out, pay to win, garbage version, even more so than the game already is, version of it for mobile, good for them. I'm not going to play it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And as long as it doesn't affect the main game, the same way as Call of Duty and PUBG, mobile don't affect PUBG and Call of Duty, I don't feel like at least, then what's the problem?
Isn't the end of the bad news, though.
One of the few games
You guys recall,
that
Blue Protocol was
okay.
also going to
One of the few games that is striving for mobile version, if anything is even better, is Dead by Daylight. Dude, they just showed something off new where when survivors spawn in, there was an actual like special animation for the skin they were using. What the hell, man? How come we can't get that? Mobile gets all the cool shit.
launch in 2023 in Korea.
Dead by Daylight is built differently, and they're actually like scary and terrifying. It's not a thriller; it's a fucking horror.
Delayed in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau.
Well, I think it's smart for them to delay the game, personally.
Like what
Because
the hell,
it's obvious
man?
that the game isn't in a good state right now. Like, for example, the release of Lost Ark was a really great idea with the way that Amazon released the game, because they released Lost Ark at a what do you call it? They released Lost Ark at a high point in Lost Ark's history and in their lifespan. So whenever you're releasing a game, whenever the game is doing well, that's obviously going to be better for the game. So why would they want to release Blue Protocol whenever they know the current version of the game is problematic? You see what I'm saying? Somebody says those words, though, it's not as bad as Diablo Immortal. The monkey paw curls. Their goalpost has already been moved. Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, Diablo 4 has, like, dumb stuff in it for sure, but to say that it's the same as Diablo Immortal, I think is disingenuous. I played Diablo Immortal. It's nothing like that. Like, it's funny to joke around about it. Yeah, sure, but, like, it's really nothing like Diablo Immortal.
They were
Right
originally
about
going to
there.
release in 2023. Now they're going to release at some point in 2024. Maybe. That is unfortunate because I was hoping to actually get into the Korean or the Chinese version of Blue Protocol since I was banned from the Japanese one. I did enjoy my time.
You got
with it,
banned?
but, I mean, it was fun. It was fun. Nevertheless, that will no longer be the case unless Korea somehow still manages to launch their version of the game this year. But I'd be on the lookout for a delay there as well.
Yeah.
And given Throne and Liberty was delayed globally into at some point in 2024, who knows? Blue Protocol might be pushed back again globally. You know what? At the end of the day, we're probably going to end up getting Blue Protocol Mobile before we get Blue Protocol Global. With that being
Probably.
said,
Oh, jeez.
I can't believe that this is the state of the game right now, that this is the state of the intellectual property.
I think a lot of people are probably disappointed about this because people spent 3 years being hyped up for Blue Protocol only for it to come out and for it not to be that good. But as I said before,
True.
I think it's a good thing that it released in Japan first and not worldwide, because this gives people time to it gives them time to develop the game and improve it. Like, because Lost Ark came out originally and it was not very good, and they improved it originally whenever they brought in Legion raids. Like,
So
it's not
true,
like Lost
King.
Ark immediately
Wow.
came out and it was a banger. Like, there were a number of games like that.
Holy fucking shit, what are they thinking? Now, if Blue Protocol isn't your kind of game, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now. It might be of more interest to you. And a top 10 video coming in the very near future for people that are no longer interested in Blue Protocol, but wanted an alternative that kind of resembles it.
I just think, like, Lost Ark was very undercooked at release. Yeah. And so here's the thing. I don't think that Tencent buying the rights to distribute Lost
Okay,
Ark
what
as
do you
a
guys
mobile
think?
game is a bad thing. I don't think that killed PUBG. I don't think that killed Call of Duty.
I
don't
feel
think
like
that the
it's a
mobile
little bit too
version of those
much,
games affected the base game.
actually. So let's cut it down.
I don't think this is a big problem at all. And I think that if anything, if Tencent is again the 21st largest
3
company
points
in
C
the
at
entire
9.
world,
3 points C at 9.
as a $389 billion market cap, is investing in Blue Protocol,
I like it.
I think if anything, that's
Ooh.
probably good, because it means that they think, and again, the people that make decisions for them obviously
Or
make good
actually-
decisions because they also invested in Larian Studios, Epic Games, Grinding Gear Games,
Can't wait to flop
and
around the
Riot
couches.
Games, all W Studios. So yeah, I think this is a good thing. Or I don't know if it's a good
I'll keep
thing.
it like this,
I
actually.
don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think that categorically it's a bad thing. Like, there are actually different versions. It doesn't make the PC version limited. I don't care. Yeah, I doubt they're gonna do
Gives
that.
it like an interior cozy
I'll go ahead
vibe.
and
Mm-hmm.
link the video right there. I actually didn't know about this at all, though. To be honest, I had no idea. Yeah, I'm glad that I looked into this, and I think that also Amazon. I don't know what's gonna happen with, like, the censorship, et cetera.
That's sided.
As I said, like, we had a kind of a long conversation about that, so I don't really want to get into it again. But I think that obviously, like, after everything that's happened with Lost Ark, they've probably learned a lot of things, and I think they've also improved the release schedule of things like New World. So I do hope that this is going to be their third MMO that they're releasing. So hopefully they'll be able to do it in a way that's, I don't know, better. I'm actually very happy to see this. I'm very, very happy. Whenever modders get fucked for trying to charge money for mods.
So today's video deals with
Wait, people are already trying to do it?
that's being
Oh,
stingy
gosh.
surrounding the modding aspect of Starfield, which actually ties into the sponsor of today's video pretty well, which is actually giving away something Starfield related. The sponsor of today's video is Signal RGB, which is currently giving out a badass Starfield themed PC through a giveaway
it's a
you don't
PC.
want to miss.
Wait, it's a
A unique
PC?
PC like this
That's a
doesn't come with
computer?
a
That looks so...
featuring the latest generation Intel i7 13700K processor and AMD Radeon 7900 XTX graphics card. Beyond boasting that NASA punk aesthetic that
Well,
Starfield
this looks like a PC that my mom had in the year 1993. Except everything was green.
leans into, the PC also integrates itself with the game with these 6 indicator lights that react and correspond to your ship's in-game stats. If one of these are below 50% in the game, then the appropriate indicator on the PC will pulse red, which is made possible by Signal RGB's application that syncs RGB devices from any brand. Offering even more
Whoa.
functionality, Stream Decks at the bottom of the
Can
PC,
Starforge
as
do
well as
that?
custom knobs and icons you can take advantage of for quick access to features and shortcuts. Customizing the hardware of this PC is also super easy, with a front screen
Oh
coming
my
off and allowing
God.
you to access the internal components for servicing. This PC was meticulously built by Skytech Gaming, and it could end up being yours if you enter the giveaway by using my link in the video description and comment section below. Now, on the other hand,
Competitor. He's
Buys
taking
that, and
notes.
then they don't even play, or when's that? They don't even play Starfield. And they're like, okay, well, you know, I'm going to use this for, like, Stardew Valley.
Started.
got this modder who has faced some controversy because of the way they've decided to paywall and even DRM a rather useful mod that helps the game look better on PC and or improve its performance. Now, Starfield as a game, there's been quite a bit of discourse surrounding it. When it comes to Metascore right now, the Xbox Series X version is sitting at an 85, and the PC version is sitting at an 87.
I think like a 5.6 or a 6.4 user score. I think a 6.4 is. I think that's okay. I think that's fair. Yeah, that's not awful. Like, I don't think it deserves to be a 5. I don't think it deserves to be an 8. It's a 6.4. I like that. I think that's a very good number. That's a great number.
User scores in like the 6s and 5s. There's
Very
been some mixed
fair.
reception. I've
Very
been playing the
fair.
game myself, and I'm gonna discuss what my experience has been like in a later video. There are definitely things that I do like about it, and there are definitely things that I do have qualms about. Among the qualms that I do have with the game as a user of NVIDIA graphics card is its lack of DLSS implementation, as reported here by New
I don't
South.
have to worry about DLSS because I don't know what that is. I think it's anti-aliasing. I'm not sure.
The Verge. There's an article published back in August 31st, 2020.
You're so funny, Asman. Oh my gosh. Asman
Starfield
Papa.
doesn't have NVIDIA's DLSS at launch. And that was an active choice on the part of
Yeah.
Bethesda because of a sponsorship deal that they have with AMD. So they have support for AMD's FSR technology,
Yeah.
but DLSS, that's in the back burner for now.
That sounds like just bullshit that's bad for the player.
I don't know how
Yeah,
I can
well,
improve
yeah.
this.
AMD was inquired
I
about
just
the
wanted it to be
situation.
simple.
Their gaming
But it
chief,
came out
Frank
complex
Gazer,
somehow.
insisted that if Bethesda want to do DLSS, they have AMD's full support. He says there's nothing blocking Bethesda from adding it to the game. But at the same time, he did disclose that money absolutely exchanges hands. When we do bundles, we ask them, are you willing to prioritize FSR? It's a request.
I mean,
rather than
I
a
know
demand. If they ask us for DLSS support, we always
how-
tell them yes.
no,
It's hard
wait,
to
what?
say for sure why
I mean,
DLSS
I know
wasn't
how.
in Starfield.
No, really.
There's a lot of things
What?
that wasn't included in Starfield, like life on those planets.
What?
I mean, so yeah, sure. I mean, I feel like a setting like that is not really that big of a surprise.
Be at least some form of pressure
are a lot
for
of
Bethesda
rocks.
to hold off on DLSS to quote
What?
prioritize FSR when money is exchanged. And if this were to be the case, this wouldn't be the first instance in which a developer sponsored by AMD made the decision to drop DLSS.
I don't like
quoted
this.
Here by John Linman, who tweeted the following screenshot of a now deleted tweet where he talks about how he's personally spoken with 3 developers that implemented DLSS pre-release and had to remove it due to
Booba.
sponsorship, which is
Okay.
shitty. I mean, one of the cool things about PC gaming is how open the platform feels, and now we're
Yeah, I really don't want to see things go down this route. And that's
Okay,
one of
okay.
the good things
Let's
about
see.
mods,
Okay,
is
so
that
this
people
I
have these
like.
mod things
I
to
just don't know what
prevent
else
this
to
kind of
do.
shit from happening. Yeah, like things are
Hmm.
artificially handicapped or made worse in order to make the product that the company is like trying to get paid to do. It's regression. It's very
Actually,
consumer
I kind of
unfriendly.
want to change this up a
So,
little bit.
luckily, we have mods that solve this problem.
Let's do 9
There's
and
really
then
nothing the developers can
buy
do about it.
trying to get
Fuck 'em.
certain benefits depending on which
9 by
brand of
3.1.
graphics card you purchase.
9 by
This whole
3.1.
idea of excluding features like AI upscaling and performance enhancements because money was exchanged behind the scenes, that's just very anti-consumer, frankly.
I think
As a result of
what's
that,
happening
modders
is
already stepping in, trying to
I actually
implement
don't know if I want
DLSS
these
themselves, and among
these
them
things
is
here.
a modder going by the name Pure Dark. This is
Actually,
a
I might
Patreon
remove
page,
it.
and one of the benefits that's provided if you subscribe to their $5 a month subscription is that
No,
you get
there has to be
early
a better way I
access
could
to
do
test
this.
builds for the
Let's
kinds of
see.
mods that he releases, which
Sure.
is creating DLSS 3 and DLSS 2/FSR2/XESS mods. People have already tested out his DLSS mods and they've proven to work. John Linman
Great.
tweeted here that the image quality of the game looks much better. I've also installed the DLSS mod. Good lord, does it make a big difference. Neon is so messy with
Maybe like
FSR2
this.
and normal TAA, while DLSS is
I actually
precision.
kind of like
And
this
I
more.
haven't really had problems. Like, I think the Starfield graphics are just like a solid like 8.5 to 9. I don't think they're like amazing or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they're okay. But yeah, I'm also on a 4090, so maybe it's different for me.
Performance perspective, if you have a 4000 series NVIDIA graphics card,
You can
you
I
can
can brute
benefit from
force it.
DLSS
Yeah,
3 frame
okay.
gen, and the mod provided by Pure Dark has proven to
Yeah,
be
I like
Computers
this
are
better.
powered- yeah, well, I don't know. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Well, shit.
effective on this front.
That
It does
emote?
have performance on
It's
a
been
4090
around for a while.
That was CPU bound, now averaging 130 plus frames per second. Now that's great. He's providing some really useful mods, but where the controversy kicks in is not
Right,
only
I
the
need
fact
to
that
open
he's
up
paywalling
Rob's
the
old
DLSS
map.
3 version in particular behind a
I should
paywall
have it
being the
here
Patreon
somewhere.
subscription.
Yeah, of course.
He also decided to implement DRM to ensure that people pay.
Where
people subscribe
is
to his
it?
Patreon to access this DLSS 3 mod.
Jesus.
And there's
The
already a
Gator
ton of controversy
House
surrounding
original
games being
backup?
DRM'd, but now we're starting to see modding that's being paywalled being DRM'd as well. See, that's a
Should
line
be
that's
original
a lot more
backup.
Like, whoa, let's back up here. The very notion of paywalling mods has people feeling uneasy as it is because
It'll take me
I don't
a
think
moment
that
to
any
load
mod
this.
should be paywalled, and I think that it's actively in the developer's best interest to shut down anybody who is trying to paywall mods. The reason why is that you do not, like, the company does not owe you a living because you want to mod their game. Like, if you want to make money and ask for
True.
donations, I think that's totally fine. And every single company out there, minus maybe Nintendo, believes in that. But the truth is that mods should always be for the community. And if a mod is not available to the community, then it's actively hurting the game. Because now there are going to be more people, because this is the problem I've said with World of Warcraft too, with like paid mods for WoW and like paid plugins for WoW mods, right? Which is basically paid mods. These things hurt the game in the long run, because what they do is they make more people charge for mods to play the game. And what previously was a game with a bunch of free mods that you could try out and play, which increases the value of that game to the public, now you have to pay money for it, and that value is no longer recognized. So modders should always exist for the benefit of the community, first and foremost, and all mods should be free in all circumstances with no exceptions. So yeah, I think this is ridiculous that any mod is paid at all. What if the mods are only $1?
It's ridiculous.
What if you need 10 mods?
Oh.
Well, that's $10. Another modder will just do a free version. Yeah, exactly. And that's a good thing. All streamers should stream the game for free. Well, we do. You don't have to pay any money to watch the stream. I know, like, I will ban you for that comment, because I can see that you're trying to do that thing, right? But like,
You try to do that
you
thing.
do. And actually, so I'll even go further than that. In the Blizzard,
Some modders just don't put their mods behind PMOs. They encourage people to support them in Patreon and donate to them so they can work on
I read the whole thing.
mods faster or focus on them.
There
That's true.
actually is a clause
That is true.
that says that you cannot charge money in order to watch
Oh
content
man, I
from
have
World
not
of
seen
Warcraft,
this map
but
in
you have to
so
make that
long.
content available to the public. So actually, correct? I read that too. Yes. So like, not only are you wrong
Damn.
in the idea of trying to catch me in some sort of like double standard, but you're also just like wrong factually.
It isn't in line with the spirit of modding. Like, it's one thing to put up a
Holy.
donation link, but offer the mods for free and be like, hey, whoever needs to download these, go ahead. But also, if you want to support my work,
Rob's
I'll
old
put you a
map.
donation link. That's
Here,
great.
Yeah.
let
But
me.
be like, you have to pay me
Will this work?
this mod.
Yeah, paywalling mods is
Yeah, there we
totally
go.
different than asking for subscriptions.
You guys
or
remember this map?
anything else like that. So you try to charge people for your content? What? No. I didn't try to bot either, but I know that botting's
I'm gonna
against the
start
rules.
remaking
Don't
some of
do
this
that.
stuff. I
Anyway,
can bring out the player housing again
I
though,
think
out
all
east, which is
mods
gonna be
should
nice.
available to
This
the
was a
public for
nice
free. I
little
think that
town I
a
made.
modder
I
should
like
be allowed
this.
to solicit for donations. I think that's totally okay.
I thought
But
this was
anything
cool.
beyond that becomes problematic.
And to make sure that you pay, I'm going to implement DRM. That's where things get kind of murky. And so we're seeing articles like this from Dexerto, Starfield DLSS mod might be
Like,
paywalled and
damn.
divided. Scrolling
Yep, there it is. And yeah, of course they are. Gotcha Andes are so weird. The reason why they're acting that way is these are people who live in constant resentment that streamers exist and are able to make money streaming. And so anytime that a streamer does something that they feel like they can try to like second guess,
I don't even
them,
remake
they're
all of
gonna try
this.
to,
I don't
you
have to
know, like,
remake
come in with their, like,
this.
stupid opinion. And it's like,
Oh,
what
let's see,
kind of
let's
what
see.
kind of a person sits around and gets mad about what somebody else does for a job? Well, a loser does, and a stupid loser
Brings
does.
back
So,
memories.
guess what? Well,
Jeez.
they're gonna come into the stream and they're gonna be the ones talking. So it's just like you kind of have your work cut out for you. So
You
for
gonna
me,
lurk? Take care.
yes, yes. I don't think that like yes.
Thank you for the
down their
memories.
details about how
Old
on
map.
August 19th, Pure Dark released their new Red Dead Redemption 2 DLSS 3 mod. With it comes a new form of DRM
No
for
one's
the
making
mod.
the mod.
And scrolling down here, you can see right here a quote where
Okay,
part of the
so
installation
let's
process
start
involves pressing
with
end to
bringing
open the
back
menu, then
some of the
authenticate
maps.
Yeah, you think not thinking modding is work like coding, so they have to give their expertise for free? Well, no, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to mod. Are you stupid? Modding's not a job. And also, who
Let's
says
see.
they can make money off of it?
Rob said he liked all the rooms, to be honest.
No continuous subscription needed. Any account that is subscribed before can pass the
Hi,
authentication. So there's
Suka.
some kind of authentication process, some kind of
So,
feedback. This is something that was pointed out by Twitter users, and you can see right here.
I mean, not
scrolling
everything
down,
I'm gonna bring
that's
back,
not well
like
received.
the
I'm fine
dance
with
studio and
donations,
stuff,
if you
but
wanna donate to him,
I mean, maybe I
like
can
this,
down the
like
road. But
exactly
let's
a
take
social
care of this
mandatory paywall
first.
combined
Yeah.
with DRM.
So I'm
And
gonna
this is
drag
something
this
that has
to
been
my
implemented
other
in
scene.
Starfield DLSS 3 mod.
Or
as well.
not other
DLSS
scene, my
2
other window,
has been
so I
put
can
out for free by Pure Dark.
replicate
You can see right here
this.
on Nexus Mods that Pure Dark did upload the replacement for FSR2 with DLSS or XESS, but DLSS 3 specifically, which benefits performance greatly for those who have the 4000 series of NVIDIA graphics
Well,
cards.
yeah, I mean, it's not about
I
what
don't
the
think I need
mod
these
is.
rocks here as well. Oh,
I think that this is just like a categorical rule that I have. Anything that is a mod should
Huh.
be free. It's that simple. That's it. Like, I don't care if it's like a performance mod, a make this character's butt bigger or boobs bigger mod. I don't care if it's an
boobs?
inventory mod.
Boobs?
All mods should be completely free. What about WoW add-ons? Yes, they should also be completely free. And actually, Blizzard has explicitly stated that they need to be completely free, but Blizzard doesn't care about their own rules. So they just let people like Rested EXP do it anyway. And Zygor. Yeah, I mean, explicitly, they do state that making money with your mods or requiring people to pay money for mods is something that's bad. Imagine if DBM went behind a paywall. Well, yeah, exactly. The guy worked for his mods. Why shouldn't he not get paid? He should get paid through donations.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't get paid. I agree with you. I just don't think they should be paywalled. Is it
Yeah,
that hard to
if anyone's
understand
gonna pay me for like
Who
maps
the
and
fuck
stuff, that's how
cares?
I want to be
How's
paid.
this your
Either
problem?
Patreon if I ever
Does
make
that
one,
mean
or just
every
donations.
streamer should like, oh, well, I'm
Because to
streaming,
me, it's
I
also
should just be
feedback,
paid to stream?
personally.
No.
You guys like the
If
maps
you- if
I
you
make
stream
for
and
Rob,
people aren't
Zora,
watching you,
etc.?
and they're not donating,
Show it through
then you don't make any
donations.
fucking money. It's that
That's the
simple.
only way I'm gonna
It's
accept
not the
money,
same thing. Yes, it is.
realistically
It
speaking.
absolutely is. Imagine if your streams or YouTubes had to be paywalled. Exactly. Paid mods are literally non-official payable DLCs. Exactly. Yep. It's like a cover song versus an actual song.
During this
Yep, let me
segment,
change
oh
those stuff
gosh,
on Normal Living.
why are they modding for
I'm
assault?
going to ban you for that. I will ban you for that, but I will, again, this is a comment I'm going to address. Let's actually just talk about what I'm saying. I'm saying that the public should not have to pay additional fees in order to play a video game because it creates
True.
a precedent that will then create a
Oh, hi,
culture
Todd.
of
Hi,
making
hello.
people pay money for mods, which will
This
in
YouTuber's so
turn
happy.
ultimately cause the customer to have to pay more money, and it will diminish the quality of products that companies put out for the money that that customer pays. So it's ironic that you use that type of argumentation against me, that I think this because I have money, whenever the actual the actual truth is that this is something that I am advocating for people who do not have money, for people who do not have the resources to pay for extra mods, to pay for extra plugins. Because I think that their money that they invest in buying the game should entitle them to what the game is in its entirety, including mods. So, in fact, it's the opposite. I am making this argument for the public. I'm not making this argument for a few mod developers who think that they deserve to profit off of somebody's IP by paywalling their shit. So it's such a funny fucking thing that I get to hear that. Then just play the game without mods. The game sucks without mods, and don't play it. What does that have to do with it? I think he was referring to the modders need to make a living. Not every single thing that you do you deserve to make a living at it. You don't need to make a living streaming either. If you can't make any fucking money streaming,
So anyways.
then get another job. Then stop streaming. Stop working. Stop doing something that you can't monetize in that way. What the fuck
Where did
is
I put
wrong
my
with
little
you?
person? Here he is.
You're not entitled to make a
Okay,
living making
so
mods
now
for
I
a
got this
video game.
guy.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You're doing this
Bring him
entirely
here.
on somebody else's IP. Now, if Blizzard, for example, said nobody can stream our games anymore, Nintendo used to do this. They did. And you know what? They turned it around because they said this is not good for our community. They used to have a Nintendo partner program on YouTube, and Nintendo would take a percentage of that money. And they went away with that. They got away with that. Or sorry, they did away with that. But they were okay.
Okay,
They were
let's
okay with
see.
that.
How
It is
did
what
I
it is.
do this place?
Because nobody deserves, like, they're literally selling the company's code. That's what they're doing. They're selling a plugin to the company's code. This is not some sort of like original
Okay.
product or anything like that. This is a derivative of something that
Then cheeks need
already
pulling.
exists. Modders
Sorry,
are
only
direct
my
to
wife can spread my
so
cheeks.
yes.
And answer.
And
Thank
people
you very
can make
much.
money however they want, but I don't think they should be able to paywall the mods. You can make mods, but you can't expect people to pay for them. Yes, exactly. Streamers and YouTubers profit off of the game IP. What's the difference? Are you stupid? I'm gonna all right, we're gonna pull this. I literally just explained it. Do you not understand? Do you not understand? You're arguing that people shouldn't get paid for their work because it's an improvement to another person's work?
It's not just the person's work.
No,
It's a whole fucking.
I'm arguing that people should not be able to paywall their work because it is a disservice to the product that they paid to use and everybody else paid to use, and they're using their code, and they wouldn't be able to make their money unless that product existed. Should be a free market. Modding can sell mod, and people have a choice to buy or not. I just asked. I opened a stream 2 minutes ago. Don't know what we've been talking about. Okay, yeah, that's fair. You might not have seen it like this. The difference is that streamers and YouTubers don't paywall their content. So, like, for example, like, it wouldn't be the same thing if it's not. This isn't the same as streaming. It's not, because like, you didn't pay any money to watch this stream. Like, if, for example, somebody was making paid videos of like video games and it became like a popular thing for like guides, I would also shit on them. So, like, again, I think that people are trying to, people's lack of understanding of a topic gives them the Dunning-Kruger effect of thinking that they've caught me in some sort of like double standard. There actually is no double standard. I'm being completely consistent.
That is behind a paywall and a DRM. And as this Twitter user pointed out, this will likely set a precedent. I expect this will affect all of his.
The gospel that is Signalis. I'm trying to. Signalis is a great game.
So if you don't sub to his Patreon for at least $5 a month, then you won't be able to get
Dunning-Kruger is never people are so stupid that they think they're smart.
his mods working for your games. And so we're seeing plenty of posts of people who were once subscribed to his Patreon and are now deciding to cancel their subscription. Canceling my Patreon sub to him, says this post with over 100 likes. And there are plenty of similar comments if you look around here. Here is another set of comments. Here's somebody saying distasteful DRM for mods. Basically, I was a Patreon subscriber for him, but I just canceled. Now, there are those out there who are in support of paying him for his work and stuff like that. But I feel like more often than not, you'll see that the more popular comments are along the lines of,
well, people are already getting nickel and dimed by their own company, right? They're already paying $70 fucking for a video game, and now you have this parasite that's trying to attach himself to the video game and then trying to make their mods paywall as well, so you have to pay them an extra $5.
A parasite?
It's ridiculous. They're not entitled to make the money off of somebody else's IP and then paywall the fucking content. It's all about the paywall. I have no problem with modders making money, but if you have to paywall for it, it's not okay.
this is not in the spirit of modding. And so it should come as no surprise that the community got to work and very quickly cracked this modder's DRM and made the mod available for free. The free non-DRM version of this mod quickly spread across the internet, so I guess if you know where to look, it's a non-issue. But the fact that this step had to be taken at all.
There it is. You knew it. I knew it. Everybody knew it. And the best thing about it is that he can't sue them because he actually doesn't own it, because it's derivative of Bethesda's stuff. Now, he might try to get it taken down, but they can just put it back up and he has no recourse at all. Isn't the internet great? You sure? Yes. Sometimes I kind of believe that this world might fix himself. We allowed it to. Yep. Yes, look into it. He can't take it down. That's right. And, like, the funny thing about this is that we all knew how this story was going to end. I have a counter argument. Well, I'm not going to read it. It's stupid. I read the first line. It's stupid. Don't want to waste my time. The fact is that this is obviously good for most players. And the best thing about these paid mods is that this is going to happen every single time. It's going to happen every single fucking time.
just left a poor taste in people's mouths.
Yep.
And right here it is further explained by Dexerto. The DLSS3 mod sports frame generation tech for those on NVIDIA's RTX 40 series
Actually.
cards. Pure Dark knew that
bad.
this would be wanted by a large swath of the audience and is protecting
Yep.
their work with DRM. And it's not surprising that
It's not surprising that Pure Dark Starfield mod was cracked so quickly. And it will always happen. People will always find a way to promote it. And now this guy is going to get shit on for years. In 2 years, whenever Starfield DLC comes out, this guy's going to try to make a mod about it or talk about it, and people are going to shit on him. And you know what I say? I say good. That's what you fucking deserve. You want to be a little rat leech? That's what you get.
Donating versus paid mods?
mod was
I
cracked
agree.
so quickly. I mean, games from the biggest publishers and developers eventually get cracked. So I'm not surprised that Pure Dark's DRM didn't secure his mod for all that long. More specifically,
Good
the
one.
mod was
Oh, good
protected
one.
with a custom DRM and VRM, a Google protection software, but this has been cracked and quickly shared less than 24 hours after Pure Dark's original upload.
There it is.
So his DRM
Holy
is
shit.
24 hours. Good for them.
isn't really all that effective and has caused quite a bit of backlash. On Reddit, you'll see people spreading the word.
But people are
that
just
DLSS
stubborn to
and
understand.
FG mod for
Mhm.
Starfield
Yep.
by Pure Dark has been cracked already.
I understood it because as someone who does like maps and stuff, it kind of correlates.
You can see right here that
So it's
plenty of
like,
people are not
I'd
happy
rather
about the
you
way
support
Pure Dark has decided to paywall
through
DRM
donations.
his mods. This post right here has garnered thousands of upvotes. We've got plenty of comments saying things like, paywall mods, bruh. Bethesda tried this shit years ago and see how it ended.
Yep, there it is. This is fucking great. Is paywalling mods specifically against any rules in the case of WoW? You say it is, but what about Starfield? I don't think that Starfield probably has, I don't know, maybe they do or they don't. So what I would expect Starfield would have in their EULA is that any mod that's
Their
made
EULA?
derivative or made through the use of or for the function of interacting with their code is also their they functionally own it. In the same way that, like, if you make fan art of an IP, like for example, like Sonic the Hedgehog, you make fan art of Sonic. the
Oh, that
Hedgehog,
doesn't work
well,
yet.
Nintendo
I'm
can
sorry. I'm waiting on Vectorito to finish the art, and then it'll work. It's so funny.
It's legally true. Yes, Sonichu. Yes, they could shut. Nintendo could theoretically shut down.
I have something
Sonic
fun for you guys pretty
Well,
soon.
yeah, I just don't. I'm
I'll let you know when the
assuming
commands
it
work,
is,
okay?
because
But
I
those
think
commands
their
don't. Those new
EULA
commands do not
has
work
like
yet.
this. But yeah, these people are always gonna get shit on. I feel sorry for the guy. It's his work. He should be able to ask people to pay him for his work. I totally agree. I think he should be able to ask people to pay him for his work. I just don't think he should require it.
So on and so forth.
Great
Endorse
point.
donations and mods all the
Great
way.
point. Yep.
Again, optional donations. People saying, "Hey, please support my work." People will gladly do it if they feel like the mod really had a positive impact. But to demand money to gain access and implement DRM again just doesn't sit well. The mod apparently had VM protect
Yep.
plus custom protection. They got what they deserve, so on and
Get
so
what they
forth.
deserve.
Good.
Yep.
That shit is beyond a joke. Totally
Oh,
fine with mod
man.
makers putting up a donation link for anyone
Yep.
that wants to reward them for their work. But paywalling then DRM is dirty as shit. Hope
Mhm.
going forward his work is cracked each and every time and face rubbed in it. It's de nouveau level fuckery. Yeah, this is what a lot of the discussion surrounding
There you go.
Pure Dark's monetization scheme of his mods looks like. On Twitter, you've got users like
Yep. It's that simple. Developers should have included. Honestly, no. People should at least get as mad. People should at least be just as mad at them as this modder. Oh yeah,
What?
yeah, definitely. Bethesda should have included this, and it's really stupid. But like the thing is that, like, Starfield has already racked up so many and also like the reason why we didn't get this feature in Starfield probably has to do with some sort of exclusive contract too. So it's even stupider than you would have imagined. So I totally agree that they should be shit on, absolutely. But that doesn't mean we can't shit on somebody else. Yeah, if the devs had a stance of encouraging modders to make paywalled mods, I'd be fine with that, but I'd agree with you. In a case like this, paywalling something you don't own should be frowned upon. I think that it should be, and also, if the developer is okay with it, this is what I said with Rested EXP, right? Is that Rested EXP is like a paid bullshit add-on for WoW. In my opinion, I think Blizzard should shut them down. I do.
Yes.
I think it's harmful for the community. But that's not my decision to make. That's their decision. That's Blizzard's decision. And so if Blizzard doesn't care, then why should I? Do you feel the same way about cosmetic mods? Yes. All mods should be free.
PC Focus, who tweet about general and interesting PC info and news, cracked /
I
pirated
hope,
games.
oh, by the way,
DRM
I hope more mod makers paywall their mods in WoW. I think they all should. Because why is it okay for Rested EXP to do it, but nobody else can do it? I think they should all do it. It's unfair.
It's unfair.
info as well as benchmarks. They were none too happy about this, and we're glad to see that the mod was cracked so quickly. Starfield DLSS 3 FG mod by Pure Dark has been cracked already. Paid mods get what they deserve for having DRM implemented. And scrolling down, comments are very similar. The most upvoted include Bro put DRM on his mod. And then beyond the backlash, on top of the fact that Pure Dark's mod has been very quickly cracked and shared for free across the internet, you've got people coming up with their own DLSS 3 mods that are being shared for free on Nexus Mods.
Of course. And this is what's going to happen, is that, like, this is the best thing about the internet, is that whenever something like this happens, like absolute bullshit like this happens, there's always going to be people out there to completely undercut it and completely shit on them. So good for them.
It's
gonna
true.
happen every single time. Do you think it took a lot more time and work to do Rested EXP rather than other mods? That's why they charge? Why would it matter how much work you put into something? What would that have to do with anything?
Here is a mod by Luke FZ564. You can see right here that this mod replaces the built-in version of FSR2 with DLSS 3 plus DLSSG to enable frame generation.
Yeah.
And obviously this garnered a lot more positive sentiments than the paywalled DRM'd version. And for those who are playing Starfield and want to test out the DLSS mod, there's a guide here by Rock Paper Shotgun that walks you through how to install DLSS in Starfield. Scrolling down, you can see there's a step-by-step process, as well as an explanation for how DLSS 3 sharpens the image, but it can also provide higher frame rates thanks to its NVIDIA frame generation technology. However, frame generation is only available to those using a card from the RTX 4000 series of graphics cards.
I have a 49,
there's a good amount of people who use the RTX 4000 series of graphics cards, and we're expecting that such mods that bring DLSS would be among the first to make their way to Starfield. Currently, mods aren't officially supported, but that will happen down the line. But while we wait for that, you know, DLSS was one of those implementations that seemed obvious, and to see such an obvious mod be paywalled and DRM'd, one that is so useful at that genuinely enhances frame rates. And yeah, Starfield, when it comes to performance, it's, you know, it's quite demanding.
Is it bad?
I can attest that myself.
That sucks.
And so this is one mod that people would like to see just available for free. So much of modding is that communal sharing of incredible, not only new content, but also incredible new fixes and features that just make the experience better for everyone. And the appeal of the modding community and what gives mods longevity is how accessible they are. And the second you start paywall...
Well, I think that's right. It's true. Like, it's about how accessible mods are and about how many people can just actively go into a game and download mods for it. If you made it to where people had to pay to download every mod you used in Skyrim, Skyrim would not even be probably half as popular as it is. Most of the people that I think play Skyrim nowadays are playing it modded, especially on PC. Maybe if you don't take into account like console and everything like that. And so this is why it's so harmful to a community for people to start paying for mods. Yeah, it's player retention. So yeah, it actively hurts the game.
And DRMing mods and setting that as sort of the standard of what mods should be, that's where, you know, modding loses the spirit that makes it so special and that can take games and give it a level of longevity.
Yeah, 10-year longevity. Look at World of Warcraft.
Okay.
You know?
That you otherwise
Throw
wouldn't
that
see.
there.
Not to mention that DLSS is essentially like a graphic setting, and if Bethesda paywalled a graphic setting, there'd be plenty of backlash. But for a modder to do that, you know, that's a damn shame.
Okay.
Well, I think if Bethesda paywalled the setting, people would be equally furious. Yeah, so I think it's kind of the same thing. Like, if you had to pay extra money just to be able to play the game, and like, yeah, they'd be even more mad. Yeah, exactly.
One of those basic features that feels like should never be paywalled, because what you have here is essentially a graphic setting that you're selling as a microtransaction, or in the case of the modder, you know, as essentially a subscription fee
Yeah.
for what should be a feature that already exists. And the fact that it's not in Starfield at launch already kind of sucks. But like charging for that, whether it's on the developer side of things or on the
Hi.
market side of things, you know, that's not a great precedent to set. So
Yeah, it's not. And as
Okay,
soon as
so
you
I got the
allow it to
water
happen,
pumps
then
then.
everybody's gonna
So
start
the
doing
next
it.
thing I have to do,
this is kind of a basic summary of the controversy surrounding Pure Dark and his DLSS 3 mod, and the way he decided to approach releasing that, and the way he decided to try to monetize that and DRM that. And
I have a
just
bit of an
kind
idea
do
actually.
something very corporate feeling when modding shouldn't feel corporate. You know what I mean? It shouldn't feel so monetization driven.
I don't even have like I don't even think it's an argument.
I have an
of
idea.
how things should feel.
I have a really cool
I
idea.
think it's an argument of this being actively parasitic and bad for games. Like it's bad for games and it's bad for the companies that are trying to sell the games. And it will hurt the people that are playing the games more than anybody else. And the only people that come out ahead for this are the actual people that are making the mods. So yeah, I think it's just that simple. It'll hurt the company. Yes, it is. I think if we want change, we should incentivize these devs and companies to take action against paywalled content. I think that most of these companies, like, they don't even give a fuck. Yeah, they really don't give a fuck. Like, I don't think they care that much. So, like, and also the community solves this problem itself. They do. Because now it's free. The working class measure their days in terms of money. Modders do it out of passion, but they live in a capitalist society. In my opinion, they should be allowed to payroll and copyright as long as it's their own code. No, they shouldn't. Just because you want
But it's
to
not
do
their own
something
code.
for
Well,
money doesn't
technically,
mean
because
that
they're
you
using.
you're
I don't know.
not entitled to make a living off of every single thing that you want to do. Just because you want to do something doesn't mean that you are entitled to make a living off of it. What a ridiculous way to look at things. That's like people saying, oh, well, WoW Arena players, they have to sell carries or they wouldn't be able to play all the time. It's just so ridiculous that people think like this.
And I also have questions surrounding whether he can monetize in such a way where he's straight up paywalling a mod for Starfield and not get into legal trouble. You know, one of the things that makes mods viable and
So what I'm gonna do is, since I have a water pump here, what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna turn this into like
But primarily, it is about the spirit of modding that feels
where the water overflow goes, and it just leads out the map.
Pure Dark has
That'd be
decided to
cool.
approach. Something so useful that I feel like any other modder, like Luke FZ564 here, would just kind of put out for free as a service to the community, as a service to the game for
And
the
that's the best
longevity
thing
of the
about
game and support.
As the best fucking thing about it is that people like this, bad actors, get naturally pushed out of the community. That's it. But they can try to make money. Nothing's wrong about that, in my opinion. Well, yeah, they can try to make money.
There is something wrong about it depending on the approach. That's what that person needs to understand.
People are just gonna download it anyway.
Just kind of
How you earn the money
something
does
that,
matter.
you know, will only grow bigger and bigger as long as it remains accessible, which paywalling and DRM
Makes it
kind
not
of defeats
accessible.
the purpose of.
Exactly.
But, you know, this is one man's take on all of this, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on all of this. Is Pure Dark justified in paywalling and adding DRM to his DLSS3 mod, or are you in the camp of the backlash where that just feels like really scummy and
It's very
just,
scummy,
again,
I think.
defeats the spirit of modding, and it feels like
I
it
don't care
sets a
about the
bad
spirit of it.
precedent. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and to be further updated
I do
on
care
all
about the
things
spirit.
gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on your
Hi, hello.
See you guys next time. Young out.
There it is. There it fucking is. I'm glad he covered this. I actually hadn't heard about this until now. So yeah, let me go ahead and link you guys a video. That was a good one. I'm so glad to see this.
Okay, so the water flow is gonna be out right there.
People have that, like, somehow every single person deserves to make, like, the problem is that I think that there's just this trap that people have.
I like
where,
this.
like, if they see, if like they perceive two things that are the same, but like there's like a standard for one. that's
Oh
different from the
shit!
other,
Look at that! Look at that!
just they have to express that because it makes them feel smart. You know, they're like, okay, well, I can see that these two things are kind of the same, so I'm gonna call you out for having the same standard on the two things, right? But the
Mod
truth
maker
is
trying to
that
make
they're,
money
like,
on a game day.
dramatically different.
I can understand if you want like donations. That's fine. But if you're trying to force it on
See that because
on
they wanna think they're
something
smart.
entirely
That's
you
what it
didn't
is.
make, and it's a modification, then
Mods, every single mod should never
well
be
shit, you
paywalled.
got me.
Every single time that a mod is paywalled, if it was up to me, if I was the company, I would try to shut it down. I think it's very, very harmful, and it creates a bad environment for the actual consumers. And think about how much worse games like World of Warcraft and Skyrim would be if paid mods became the norm, paid mods became the culture. So it is actively harmful to the player base. It is actively harmful to the developer because it makes the
I need to make a
quality of
backside
playing
calling
the
so I can
game
see
and the
what the fuck
barrier
I'm
of entry
looking.
of getting involved with the game higher. It is harmful to everybody except for the modders. You
Let's
are not
see.
entitled to make a living off of playing and making mods for somebody else's fucking game. Just the same as you are not entitled to make a living just for playing another person's
Usually
game.
it's against COS and
Somebody
UL
doesn't want
probably.
you playing their game, or they don't want you paywalling videos of their game on YouTube or some other website like Patreon, then I think that's totally fine as well. You can try though. You can do whatever you want to do. It's like buying a ticket to a buffet, grabbing a plate, and then trying to sell it out in the parking lot. Yeah. I like that. Actually, you know what?
That's that's good. I like that.
Yeah. That's a good one. So Belluar is actually in the same situation. Unity made
Can I-
an announcement. that
Oh.
Today they are changing their business.
Okay. This is bad because it affects even VR chat. It affects everyone. I recommend if you don't know about this, pay attention because everyone's getting fucked by this. Even VTubers are getting fucked by this. Everything that runs on Unity is absolutely fucked.
Model. They are
And you know, I was right. I got one guide by someone in Crumpet's chat thinking, when they said, that's not how it works, I was like, but that's literally what I just read. And I second guessed myself. But it is what I read because I wanted to be in disbelief. So, to give you an idea of what's going on, Unity is charging companies, game makers, whatever, for each download after a certain threshold. How in the life to date, meaning they can charge you for past downloads, not after the effective date, but even before the effective date. So imagine, VR chat has been out since 2016. How many downloads do you think it has? A lot, probably. Even if they didn't do that, they might charge them for the fact that they have VRC Plus. And you know what that means? If VR chat cannot handle it, VR chat is going to be forced to monetize by passing the fees on to us players. And I can understand, you can't really blame them either. It's Unity. So imagine if you get rate limited for uploads and you need VRC to have unlimited uploads. Imagine that. And then you're going to see a spawn of tiered worlds and avatars. That's fucked. That is absolutely fucked.
Adding a basically a download fee. So for the revenue threshold, as soon as you make 200,000.
Yeah, they are charging for re-downloads. It's per install.
Charging you money per install. right? So these are like basically taxes and stuff like this. And it's 20. Look at this right here. Unity Personal. And
How
Unity Plus.
insane
So
is
this
that?
means that they're trying to get people to spend money for Unity Pro and Unity Enterprise, right?
So you know, the VTuber Studio that everyone uses. Reinstalling that can fuck you. If a group of people wanted to be malicious and make scripts where it constantly downloads and installs their game, their app, or whatever, they can actually do that. And you know what they said? What makes it even worse was they said, oh, we know how to counter it. Trust us. And you know what that means? They're not being transparent. They have info on you that we don't know about. Imagine. How ridiculous is that? They basically said, trust me, bro. Everyone gets affected by this, especially VR chat players. Because when games start dying, VR chat's the first to die. Let's be real. VR chat's not that big. Like, it's big for its category for being VR, yeah. But I think even CVR runs on it, right? Yeah? Yeah, so literally everyone gets affected. Basically, what they're saying is, we're gonna kill every game until you're all dead, and we're gonna run with the money. That's what the CEO is basically saying. That's fucked. That is absolutely fucked.
So you do the math. You have, let's say 100,000 people install your game.
Does VRC make more than 200K? I don't know. There's no statistics on it.
So you'd have to pay Unity.
Neos VR is the only one that's made on its own engine. They'll survive then.
Obviously, a lot of people aren't happy about this. CEO of
But yeah,
Unity showed
not
that
even
those
Unity
errors 1 week
work
ago. Yes.
like Unity employees
The
are
CEO
happy
of
about this
Unity,
at all.
I don't know where
They do not like it just as much we don't like it.
I saw it earlier. I didn't look into it too much, but he actually sold.
But
a
that
number
is
of
so
shares
fucked.
1
Like,
week ago.
actually.
And now this change is happening. Did he know this was going to happen? Did he sell them because of this change? How can we possibly know? But it certainly seems like it's a very convenient coincidence. So anyway, and here are some clarifications from Unity regarding our plan to charge developers. If a player deletes a game and reinstalls it, that's 2 installs, 2 charges.
See?
Same if they install it
What
on
the
2
fuck?
devices. Charity games and bundles are exempted from fees. So basically, Unity has decided that, you know what? Unreal Engine has just been coming out with so many really good things. We can't really compete anymore. So we're just going to try to cash out as much as we can. And hopefully some people are stupid enough not to leave. And this is what's happened.
Yeah,
But
this is what I was talking about the other
unfortunately,
day.
a lot of
People
dev studios
people
have
didn't think
opted
it's
they're
like
gonna be
per
the ones
download.
that
It sounded ridiculous. That's why I even second guessed myself.
is that
Nope,
one
I
thing
was
that really
right in
sells
what
a
I
good
read.
game, like a game engine, I think.
I was
is
unfortunately
seeing a
right.
really good game on that engine. So whenever you see a lot of
Everyone's
those
getting fun.
popular
You know all
games,
those horror games
they're
that
the ones
Crumpet
that are really
plays,
being
all
punished
made in
because
Unity?
Unity is introducing
Gone.
this idea as like a, oh,
You know
this isn't
why?
really for you guys, it's not for
Imagine this. You make a demo, you work part-time, you make this game on the sideline, all in Unity. Imagine some YouTuber finds it. They're like, wow, this game's cool. Hey, everyone, check this out. Now you have to pay, even though you barely have any money for yourself. Because it reached 200K installs or whatever. There's no incentive to be creative. It just kills creativity. It's fucked. It's horrible. Literally all the horror games that Crumpet likes to play, gone. Anything you need, gone. VR chat, gone. Probably in the future. It's like, dude, we're all fucked. There's already lawsuits happening. It's absolutely fucked. Sorry, I'm sending a message real quick. Has there been any new lawsuits? I actually refreshed because I thought. Oh no. I was just typing.
Majority, it's just for the
I was just
popular
telling Crumpet. I was like,
well,
Crumpet, I was right.
fewer developers are
It's
the
like
ones that are advertising
Unity's
more.
actually killing
They're the
itself.
ones that are showing
No, that was a
that there
joke.
can be a
They
success,
clarified that it was a joke,
success pathway
but they're
to
still
become
pissed
a
about
popular
it.
game. So whenever you say that we are going to fucking like nickel and dime and start charging the people that are doing more to advertise our product than anybody else, well, guess what's going to happen? A lot
Pepe
of those
Raph.
people are going to leave. So
Can't even
the
hear him even when you're
Belluers obviously
quiet.
talking about it. I believe the Pale Beyond, which is Belluer's game, and it's on Steam, and it is also made by Unity. And so Belluer tweets this: Unity plans to charge game studios per installation.
That's fucking crazy though. Per
So Unity has
install.
obviously come out and made an announcement about this. We obviously have the legend himself, Jeff Keighley, saying, "What a joke." This guy has been doing the Game Awards for the better part, I think, of 10 years now. He's been involved in the games industry for a long time. So even Jeff is shitting on them. And Jeff is a very
Has there
politically
been new
correct guy,
lawsuits
you
lately
know?
that
Like,
rolled in?
he,
I know there's
he
a company
doesn't
that's
really
already
get involved in
suing them.
drama. And so if he's
Maybe try to
shitting
make it
on them,
retroactive.
that's something
This-
pretty fucking
This
bad.
one I was like, wow.
And it's demos too. You're right. It is also demos. And then Claudia
I
just says,
I
"Bitch,
can't believe
our installs
Unity pulled
track.
this off
We
though.
leverage our own proprietary data
But
model, so
apparently,
you can
no one in
appreciate that.
Unity
We
liked it.
won't
It was
go
just a
into
fucking
large
CEO.
detail, but okay.
So I found a tweet as well.
They won't tell you how. So we can just hate
So yeah,
all somebody's
the
game
CEO of
and say,
Twitter
"That's
is
cool."
ex
We already do have fraud
CEO
practices
of
on
EA.
ads
He got
technology,
forced out
which is
basically,
solving a
by the
similar
way.
problem, so we will leverage that know-how as a starting point.
He got
We
fucking
recognize
forced
that
out.
users, have concerns about this, and we will make available a process for them to submit their concerns to our fraud
But now
compliance
he's
team.
CEO of
Okay,
Unity,
so that's
which is
probably not gonna happen,
worse.
because the thing is that whenever, I bet this is the way something like this works, right?
Ooh.
Is that they charge you the money, and then you can.
But they're
you can
retro charging
submit
you
a
these prices
concern,
to whenever your
like,
game launch.
6 months
Yeah,
after the fact,
that
or,
is
like, a month
that is
after
the
fact. You
scummiest
submit it
thing
right away,
ever.
But then it gets resolved the month after the fact. So that's it. It might be
So let me go
possible that
find
the
it.
Pirated installs for certain games are also to be charged for.
Oh my gosh,
It
all these
is.
boobs. Anyways,
so this is actually something that they addressed in terms of pirating video games. So if you look at the pirating of video games, does this mean that I am charged?
maybe I
when
have it.
pirates
I know I have it in my
install a
Discord.
pirated version? Uh-oh. We already have fraud detection progress. Okay, so we again, they basically just say the exact same thing again. And there's somebody else commenting here. What you haven't said is anything about piracy, how they can get the game without providing revenue during a viral moment. This is true. So basically, let's go ahead and let's put this into context, okay? What was a video game that was made?
Here it
that
is.
was like a very
Unity
small group of
Unity
people
CEO
that
John Rectiello was EA CEO when FIFA 09 launched with the loot
I didn't think it
boxes.
was a very good game.
Last year, he said
Among
devs
Us,
making games without
Valheim,
monetization
I
in
like
mind
Among Us
are
and
fucking
Valheim.
idiots. In EA stockholder
I think
meeting,
Bleak
he
Faith is a
entertained the
good
idea of
example. Now, I
charging
believe
$1
Bleak
to
Faith,
reload
for anybody who
an
doesn't
ammo
remember,
clip.
Bleak Faith was it was like a
Hi,
Dark
wife. Hello,
Souls
you're
type
tired?
thing,
I put you
and
onto
I
my
played
lap.
the game, and it had a lot of dog shit in it. It had some really cool ideas too, and so I was like, I want to try this out, see what it's like.
How
I played the
fucking
game, and,
stupid.
it was effectively
And there's a
shit.
company already called
So,
SideQuest
what would
that's
it be
already
like? And
filing
this
a
was developed, by the
lawsuit.
way, by 3 people, and they've improved the game since then. I looked at the patch notes like maybe 2 months ago. It seems like they made a lot of things better. So they are actually trying to improve the game, and I respect that. I mean, again, I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about this game. It was made by 3 people, okay, and it was trying to be a Dark Souls. So anyway, if I make a video about a game and then my viewers don't like the game, and then they all go and download the game just as like a protest.
There's more
like,
unis.
we're gonna
Yeah,
download
there are
this game
people.
just to protest against
They're
against the
getting
developers because it's a free game.
lawsuits.
This one wasn't, but like theoretically, this could actually cost the developer. Like I have for a lot of those.
It's
games over the years-
crazy.
Let's actually do the math. Bleak Faith, 200,000 views. Oh, let's see, 300,000. So I collectively have like over 1 million views. So if 10% of those people do it, that costs them $20,000. That's pretty bad. That's really, really bad.
They're not in the right to
Okay. Oh,
charge
yeah,
thing
yeah,
that's
a lot of things, yeah, this
retroactive
one,
though.
yeah.
Wife,
Yeah, this is a great example. Please don't play this game.
let's take VRChat for example. They said they are charging you for downloads for things before 2024. So VRChat came out in 2016. They would charge VRChat for every single download since 2016 to 2024. That's bad. Hi Obsidian. Correction, they are not in the right in the EU. In the US, it might not be illegal. It might not be illegal. Just companies. Yeah. Exactly. But they basically fucked over everything that uses Unity. VTuber Studio, VRChat, what else? MiHoYo, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, because they use Unity as well. Everyone gets fucked up by this. It's atrocious. It's actually so atrocious. One man dev games? Yeah, gone. Do they have like a new marketing operation? Nope, it's the CEO. It's literally the CEO. They basically killed creativity on Unity. Hi, Swifts. I thought the CEO couldn't make decisions without confirmation from shareholders. I don't know what happened, but he sure as hell fucked over everyone. So, it's horrible. So, again, because of this update that they're doing, VRChat, VTuber Studio, anything Unity related is at risk now. And again, what this means is if VRChat cannot pay out of its own pocket to cover the fees for this fucking install, then that means they're going to pass the fees on to us. They might be forced to, like, say, rate limit uploads. If you want unlimited uploads, you have to subscribe with VRC++. That's how bad this could be. And you can't fault VRChat for any decision they make because of this, because it's literally Unity that's fucking them over. It is so bad. Sivian, who works for Unity as an engineer, explained it won't be retroactive. They'll only pay one time per install. I mean, it's even if it's one time per install, but like not every month for every install. That still sucks, man. That still sucks. Has VRChat made a statement? Not yet, but it sheesh. And what? Then why don't they explain it's not going to be retroactive? Because life today and such, it does suck, but way less than some people make it out to be. I hope so. I hope so. But free-to-play games probably gonna be dead. You need hip. Oh, they said. Wait, no, huh? But they said or. Are we sure about this? Plus, free-to-plays are still not targeted. You need to hit both monetary and player amounts to enroll. They worded it clear, or. Wait, they switched it to and? It said or. So, they do. The problem there is both before the walkback info and after walkback. You can go to your Twitter to pin the walkback rules. So I was right. Yeah, that's an issue. The way they word it. They're changing things then. They are walking back info. Because I remember clearly they said or. Oh my gosh. This I will die on a hill on. They said or. Let me go see. I posted these pictures too, by the way. Now if I read it wrong, that's on me. But that's still bad. Hi, thank you. This might be a hot take, but companies should be able to change things after what they said. Yeah, that's even worse. That's actually fucked. This might be a hot take, but companies shouldn't be able to rush. Like if things get received poorly, just don't do it. Exactly. They're rocking back on a lot of info. It's horrible. It sucks. So it's not retroactive anymore. They changed it then. They completely changed it. Here, I'm gonna find it. I am 100% sure they said or about this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know I have it here. I know I fucking have it here. Where the fuck is it? I have it here somewhere. I'm gonna find it. I'll play this video.
700,000 views. And to be fair, this boss was so fucking garbage. And so anyway,
Because I posted about
Maybe
this.
literally just update a new patch. That's not the point. The point is that, like, giving people the ability to do something like this, if there's one thing that we've learned on the internet recently, it's that the one thing that you can always get people to come together with and work together with is in unison to harass somebody or a group of people. All you have to do is give them a witch and they'll start the fire themselves. Unity is making these changes. It seems like these changes are universally disliked.
Where the fuck?
Pretty
Oh
much
my gosh,
everybody
they.
fucking
I'm.
hates this. I think that, and this is
Oops.
kind of like the problem with
I can't
something
find
like
it.
This, is that
I have
they're
it somewhere.
gonna have to
It's.
walk
I
this
have no
back,
idea where I
because why
posted
would
it.
anybody, what does every game developer hope happens to their game? Every game developer, every small indie game dev wants to be
Either
the
way,
next
it's Fox.
Valheim, they want to be the
It's
next
like-
Vampire Survivors. They want to be the next Among Us, right? Those are the games that, like, they all aspire
That
to.
sucks, man.
And whenever Unity goes and they say, hey, listen, if you want to do that, or BattleBit, yeah, BattleBit's a new example. If you want to do that, we are going to put, like, such a massive markup on that we're going to cut into your revenue massively. Like, in a big way, 20 cents per
Because
download.
I
That's
remember
huge.
they clear.
And
I
also,
remember
yeah,
reading
is
this,
for free to
making
play.
sure
This
I
only
was
affects
not
free to
reading it
play
wrong.
developers,
That
developers that sell
it
a
was
game,
live
that sell a
to date.
game
They
for a
said
high
live to date.
price.
I kept talking about
Yeah,
this
no more
too.
free to play. Yeah, exactly.
Is the life to date still
And
there?
it's just if the game is free, there's no charge as they earned less than $200,000.
The CEO pulled out all of his shares
Well, that's
before
not
announcing
true.
this. Oh my!
Because they
Right,
I
that's
mean,
true.
If the game is free, there is no charge as they earn less than $200,000. Threshold is 200k downloads and 200k installs. Both criteria have to be met to incur this charge. Is that true? Revenue threshold.
I
to be
remember
met.
that.
Free
Is that
games
not
still make
insider
money.
trade? It
Yeah.
is.
And
That's
what I'm saying, like,
illegal.
are they
I
tracking
forgot
the amount of
about
money
that.
The game makes from microtransactions. Like, for example, I'm sure BattleBit probably has like cosmetics and shit. Actually, I don't know if BattleBit you have to buy it or not. But like, there's many games that have cosmetics and shit.
I fucking
So they do
forgot
track it.
about
Is it
that.
illegal
Oh
to
my
change the
gosh.
rules? No, it's not
There-
legal.
there's
That's why
actual
these rules
evidence behind
apparently,
this
I don't think
too.
go into effect
Unity
until, next year.
CEO
Its revenue, it could be
sells
anything they say. Yeah, you
stocks.
know, whenever you have something like this, you're going to have Cult of the Lamb. This is a pretty popular game. Let's go ahead and look at how popular it is. We'll go ahead and pull this up.
This guy's a fucking bitch.
Relatively popular game, not a huge game, right? But it's a decent game. It gets a few thousand people, right? People have a relatively positive opinion of it in chat. And had 60,000 peak 13 months ago. Yep. So people know about this game. Even if they don't play it anymore, people know about it. And they're deleting their game. They are straight up deleting their game.
That fucking sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks. Holy shit.
shit.
I forgot about that.
Seeing tons of artists on Twitter moving to Godot. I'm just happy for it.
I wonder if yours is gonna turn into Unreal Engine. A lot of games might have to, depending on if they can tank if they can tank the cost or not.
I just googled Pokemon Go and Call of Duty Mobile is on Unity.
I feel like,
I don't know what they're gonna do.
especially for VR chat and VR chat people, especially if it's your main content, it's something you should keep an eye on. Because this not only affects everyone, but affects you guys too, in my opinion.
Whenever they do walk all of this back,
Because
they're still gonna have like,
that's really
it
fucking
doesn't
bad.
matter that they walk it back because nobody's
Especially
ever
if
gonna
a
trust
majority
them
of
to do
your
business
stuff is
with them
VR
again.
chat, this
Like,
affects
this
you.
isn't like buying a video game.
This
right?
absolutely
It's not
affects
like
you.
buying a t-shirt
In the
or
worst
something
possible
like
way,
that. Like,
unfortunately.
this is making like a 100 plus 1,000 plus hour investment, and trying to build a business off of something that could just come off, fucking they could just pull the bottom out from you instantly. So yeah, it's your life. You're devoting like your career into this. It's very
Uni
different
hates
than
sweets.
like whenever Todd Howard says
It's
there's
just the
gonna be a bunch
CEO,
of
man.
riots on
It's this
Starfield for
fucking
fun.
CEO.
Like,
It's
just a
this
totally different
fucking
situation.
CEO that's
So
fucking
I
it
think
up
that,
for
yeah,
everyone.
people will remember
Oh my
this,
gosh.
And I think that at this point they've already damaged their reputation so much that I don't know if Unity will be able to recover from this. Yeah, let's see their stock.
He fucking sold their stocks, man. He sold his fucking stocks. Oh man. Insider fucking trading.
Oh, it doesn't
Holy
look that
shit.
bad, actually. Yeah, there you
Right
go.
now.
People are showing the stock going down, but if I actually, is this 5 years? Let me see about 5 years. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's not so good. Oh. It'll be worse. This is the first time I've heard about this change. Yeah, I was going to show Unreal, but we're not able to. It's apparently not a
Unreal's actually doing good.
CEO sold shares. Yep, I know. He's been selling his stocks. Well, he probably knew this was going to happen. This is still kind of crazy to see how low it's gone. Oh my god. I'll be really surprised to see kind of how many other people pull out of Unity. I could see a lot more people doing it very soon. Apparently Genshin have their own Unity engine, not the global version, but their own Chinese version. Hoyoverse don't have to pay for the fee. I have a pretty big feeling that, especially them, it's probably going to be a different rule.
Wait, they
But
have
Epic
their
Games-
own
yeah, Epic Games
engine?
doesn't have a stock price.
Oh shit.
I just looked it up. Tons of devs posting on Reddit about switching. Yeah, I think so. 50,000 demo downloads. So you actually have to pay money even to download it, even if people download a demo. This is also really bad with how publisher recoup works. Like if this is charged to the dev, I guess you have to include costs of estimated demo and charges. Yeah, exactly. And it's just insane, man. Did you see RPG Maker's response on Twitter? No. Like, I've seen, like, a lot of this stuff, but I haven't really seen everything, of course. Like, there's been a bunch of different tweets about this. People are absolutely furious. I think this might be, I don't know. Like, I could actually see people stop using it for this. Apparently, no, demos mostly don't count. Well, here's the problem, is that
Produces
Remember
these
what I
kind of
said
changes, gives them
before,
green light
is
without
that
even double guessing
people
themselves,
don't like
right?
changing their minds. People aren't gonna, like, if people, and especially whenever it's something that they have, like, a career invested into, they're not gonna take their chance on a mostly, man. Yeah, why would anybody want to go and do this whenever they could just use another engine instead? Change mind equals they're wrong. Yeah, people don't like doing that. It's 200k installs and it's over 200k profit. Why are people missing the and? Because it doesn't really matter. Because, like, there's a lot of games that make over $200,000 and they don't want to be charged 20 cents per install. It's pretty simple, isn't it? I mean, like, what are we talking about?
Okay, so I might have been wrong on that.
That's why
But
people
even
are
then,
using
that's
their
still
game.
bad.
200K is not that much for a medium or big indie game. Yeah, mini games make that much. And it still makes Unity still cheaper than Unreal. Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know if Unity is better or worse than Unreal. I'm not a game dev. But all I'm saying is that I see a lot of really crazy advancements with Unreal Engine, and I don't see a lot with Unity, okay?
Unreal is
So
free.
it seems
They
like a lot
fucking
of people
give it
are
on a
using
silver
Unreal,
platter.
But that's like, what the fuck do I know? I have no idea. Unity is for 2D, 3D is for Unreal. Yeah, maybe. I just don't know the details about this, but yeah, it looks like they've totally fucked up, and a lot of people are actually deleting and removing their games and making them. I guess they're probably going to try to reverse engineer them with another type of engine. That's what I would expect. Game devs are making bad games. I'd love to have them see them. Love to see them have to do some work and code their own engine. Well, I don't really think that you care about that. I think that you're just not happy with certain games, and so you just want to see something bad happen to game developers. I don't really think that's not a logical position to have, right? It's just that you're mad about something. So we'll see what happens, but there it is. Kind of sucks.
What a comment to say.
We'll watch this one too, okay? We'll watch this one too.
Rogue baits innocent priest into a Makara.
Bitch about all the time.
Hosey is slaying a priest.
We make our own game engine.
Well, that's actually pretty ballsy, because priests do pretty well against rogues. Priests do pretty well in the rogues.
Bro, look at that gear.
Maybe, yo, maybe.
I like he's just like, look at that gear.
Hosey has fab.
It's like, what?
He's gonna sep. No way. He's gonna sep.
Bro, he has.
Bro, he used a potion. He's ready to kill. He is ready to fucking kill. We can't see. Show the gear. The gear doesn't matter. It's all shitty.
Fabs and teas and nades and holy hell.
And it's
That's
also the
so
priest gear,
scary.
not the rogue's gear.
Is he gonna sep? Dude,
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna sep. He's gonna sep the Makara. Oh shit.
Okay, let me see his gear. His gear isn't like too crazy, but this guy's also like a rank 1 Glad. So like we kind of know probably what's gonna happen here.
Oh shit. A level 23 priest.
I feel like the priest has the advantage here.
Yeah.
I really do.
Wait,
Over
it
the
seems like
rogue.
He's
Bait
gonna
gear.
sep.
Wait, what?
Oh shit! He did.
Nice.
He did.
Oh,
Oh my god.
No. No.
What happened?
Bro, are those feet of the lynx? Is that Sentry Cloak?
Holy.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, he
look
got
at
bait
that.
and switched.
Are you kidding me? He's got the belt from Wailing Caverns.
Uni Saga Asmonode.
He's got a
Oh,
Bismack,
I'm gonna watch it.
Bro, he puts bait gear and bis gear. He's even got a macro for it. Oh my god. Makara shark. Yeah, bro, like this guy is a fucking shark. All right, let's go. Let's see it.
Oh my god, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
He has two equipments, one called bait gear, one called bis gear.
Oh
so
my
the
God.
priest inspects him, accepts the Makara.
Yeah, he thinks he's
goes
gonna win.
stealth and switches. Remind me to never Makara anyone ever again.
Yeah, true.
Absolutely unbelievable, man. We've got pots, professions, baiting.
This is my opinion about Makaras. Anything goes. Unless you are actually cheating, like fly hacking or something like that, literally anything goes. Any potion, any world buff, any weapon, any item, anything goes.
Bis gear. Okay, yeah, we're never doing that. Unbelievable, man.
So right about
He swaps
there.
to his gear. He has Cruel Barb, Stinging Viper.
Oh, it is Cruel
Venom
Barb. I didn't even
Strike,
see that.
Feet of the Lynx.
So then
Yep, feet of the
in
lynx.
here, I'll put
Sentry Cloak,
Yes, it is.
the level of discuss with it.
And he's
engineering
even got the
goggles.
5 stamina ring.
Oh my gosh. What a loser. That seems
So
creepy
Thrall's
to
a
me.
cheater?
I mean,
We
bro,
established that in
it's-
2014.
There's two ways to look at this. You could, one, call him a loser, or you
So
could...
He
I'm gonna
is being
put
a
plants
loser,
and stuff
But
into
he's
this.
being a loser, but he's about to be a winner. Yeah.
who say, yeah, it's a Makara. You're going to do
Hi,
whatever you
Connor
want."
The guy
Axe.
against Zico,
How
the
are
reason
you?
why I was dogging on the guy against Zico is because he was a thirsty stream sniper that turned on his stream for attention for it. And also because Zico is a multi-rank 1 gladiator. Meanwhile,
Okay,
his
let's
priest
see.
is
What
just
else
a
does
level
this map
23
have
idiot.
for
And also,
Sora?
the
Or
Paladin
not Sora?
lost.
Raw?
Winners win and losers lose. And he went out of his way to stack
God.
ridiculous buffs. Like, yeah, to spec exactly for him. And
So I
then
don't have to worry
still
about
lose.
those
Like,
stuff
if the
anymore.
Paladin had killed Zico, I would have said it's fair. The Paladin's still a bitch.
Oh, it had these
For sure.
colors as well.
You can by any
Okay.
means necessary. to
So
go for the
now I
gold,
have
but, like,
to
And he even tried to put in a
That's what
ticket and
happens in
report
Marvel.
watching
Zico.
my favorite streamer. Oh, yeah, checks in the mail.
Oh my god, the first Makara! Oh my god, it's a priest. How the fuck I'm gonna beat the priest? Oh my god, Char, how the fuck I'm gonna beat the priest?
Yeah,
I got this,
priests are
boys.
still hard, by the way. And he's 4 levels under, but still.
I gotta beat this guy. This is my first Makara chat. Oh, 7 already.
What's a Makara?
If I were him, I would try to get right here inside and auto attack him through the wall and break stealth in order to do that. Because you can do that on these on these areas.
Oh my god.
A
hey,
dual
bro,
to
I can't
that?
wait for the
Rat
shield.
stealth.
Oh.
Bro, like we're talking
Oh,
back to back.
jeez.
Oh my god, apply the shield. Oh, he sees me.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That was
the
a
stealth-
nice line. Look at that line of sight. Holy shit, that was
I've done it
close.
once. Did you win?
I told you guys he's a rank 1 gladiator.
Zug zug. Sorry.
The left side, of course.
Easiest line of his life. See, he waits
Yeah?
there.
Shoot.
He's so
Holy shit,
smart.
didn't get his opener. Nice kick.
It's not
Oh,
scary.
Zion.
Actually, this area is so good for him.
It's a really good.
Oh, he
position
put him to
be in
sleep
for
with the
Hosey 'cause
fucking
he, look,
dust.
He's online.
Bro.
So if
Bro.
if Hosey was in the open,
Yeah.
I actually think
He's
this would-
actually playing like such a disgusting little rat. And it's working so
Disgusting
well.
little rat.
But like priests never want to fight on line of sight like this.
Exactly,
At least
yeah.
against a melee. If they were against a caster, then maybe. But against a melee, it's really bad because
Yeah, he should be running away.
Because you lose your
He should be
character.
running
Yeah,
away.
that one I know about.
Here comes the Makara chat. Are you
Whoa.
kidding me, bro?
Priest kicks him.
Does he interrupt? He's gonna wait for the bomb, probably to interrupt the next cast.
Oh, the priest's gonna
he
fall.
jumps. Oh, he jumps! This
Yeah.
is the first Makara, dude.
One ear down.
Oh my god, we got...
Ooh.
Yeah, the priest might have lost anyway because Hosey was only 63% life until the pop. Even in the open, the priest
That
is probably dead.
sucks.
Like Hosey was crushing him.
Why didn't the priest jump and just make it winnable for himself? Because he's a classic WoW player. You have to understand, like, just about now, he just
He's a
realized
classic
that he
WoW
accepted
player?
a duel.
Te muerdo.
You better not read that character name.
How do I do this? This is a gimbal? No.
So let me go back and watch this
evil?
again.
No.
So he's over here,
How do I do this?
and he has a potion,
Then what?
and he
What
takes
about-
1,000 damage,
Uh,
and he gets stunned from behind.
normal.
Bro, he just
No.
got destroyed. Holy shit, he got annihilated.
Is it not
Yeah, he
normal?
just got fucked.
How do I
like,
do
that was
this?
it. He just literally got fucked.
Shoot. Oh, there we go.
That sucks.
So now I
So,
go
yeah.
and
Uh-oh.
I can delete this.
Oh, that was actually a really good escape artist. You see that? I think the Warriors gonna win. Warriors gonna win. Warriors gonna win. Warriors are better than Rogues. Yeah. Oh shit! Oh, that sucks, dude. That's so fucking sad.
Snälla, något läckert.
You want hardcore content? I got you,
Just
so
have
you
the
can be
pet-
in an
just have
Asmon
the
vid.
pet. Come on, just have the pet attack it.
Huh?
Just have the pet attack it. Just have
What
the
do you
pet.
mean?
Have the pet, stop hitting it. Have the pet. Just let the pet attack it.
Wait,
Jag är
what?
actually död, jag är actually död.
What are you doing? Just have the pet. Just what do you?
Monk's ass W.
What the hell is what are you
Varför
doing?
tog jag
What
freaking
is
Your
this?
hardcore run?
Oh, she's gonna live.
Oh my
Maybe?
goodness.
No.
Get on your stream.
That's just the way she goes.
How about this? Why don't you stream and then you can put my stream in the back? So I'm reacting to your stream, reacting to my stream,
How can
reacting to
anything go
your
wrong
stream.
here?
Can we do that?
There's
Can we
literally
do
a
that
full
instead?
party that's alive, and there's 3
I would prefer that.
mobs.
See, I'm low on mana. Evocating real quick.
Smart.
Polymorph this.
Do it.
Where's Dumbo going? Why is he over there?
Okay, let's see. Array, set this up. No.
Oh, what the fuck? We're down.
Where the fuck did he come from?
2.5.
Oh, they aggroed it from the other side. I see now.
Where'd that one come from? Dude, we don't have our healer right now, so. Well,
Oh, they're
Defaults.
respawning. Wait, what the fuck? They're actually respawning.
we should run. Yep, we should run.
Jesus.
Let's
Yep.
face it.
Bye.
No,
Uh-oh.
she should be good. Where's she going?
Are we literally just running? Oh my god.
Run! Get the fuck out!
Oh, no way.
Okay, this did not work as I
think she's
expected.
dead. Yeah, I'm
might
pretty
fucking
sure she's dead.
die.
Yeah.
I'm dead. No.
I mean, I don't think there was any way that that she was gonna survive. Like, she was
fucking
done.
way, that's how I died.
Yep.
That's so sad.
I mean, the damage was pretty fucking bad on those mobs, let's be honest. Is it normal respawns in a dungeon? Yeah. The reason why they're
Okay.
respawning is because their stupid fucking healer was jumping around with no mana rather than melee attacking the mobs. That's why. Or at least that's one
Damn.
reason.
Потому что раз только в 24 часа, там, помнишь?
Смотри, сейчас попробую.
How could anything possibly go
Okay,
wrong?
so then. No mana. Oh gosh. What the hell?
He's a classic WoW player.
Ой, там толпа.
Они... Ах ты, сука, не спасают.
What?
Level 27? Oh my god.
Those spawns are just normal there, right?
О,
That's so horrible.
Игрок только что умер. Да.
He should be fine. Yeah, he's fine. Let's see. So is it gonna be aggro through aggroing the ones on the top? and
Oh
having them
gosh,
all
this
pepper to
place.
the bottom, or getting
I
blown
remember
up
this
by the
place.
bomb this time? Wow. I think it's very interesting. We see this exact area in Nomergon over and over and over. The agents are the ones that drop the bomb. Oh, okay. So they aggroed from the top. Okay, yep. Yep, all right. And now they're going to try to run away. Yeah, and now he's trying to target the mine. Yeah.
So many people
what do you-
died.
where are you
Yeah.
going? What do you think is going to... Okay, you're just letting like look. Wait, what? You use your light of a loon? Why?
Why?
Please kill
Wait, says it. Why?
I want him to die. I do. I want him to die. Wow. Holy
Wow.
shit. Bro, that guy did not deserve to live. After running around and running through all of the bombs? How the fuck do you live through that?
What is the name of it? Go. Alright.
Wow.
Oh my god, irrésistible.
Wow.
Things are not looking good for little Payo. There's also stealth ones in this area.
Wow.
Irrésistible. Wait, is that a joke?
Those parries, bro. Those fucking parries. Oh my god, this guy's helping him. Bro, he's actually getting help. This Ledikins guy's actually just saved his ass.
Oh
Holy
shit.
that's-
What is he doing?
But to be fair,
What is he
he would have
doing?
already been dead. He would have already been dead. Yep. Ooh, this guy does a really big knockback. A lot of people might not know about this because it's only a random level 56 elite, but Blaze Runner does a massive knockback. So I'm assuming this knockback is either going to knock him either off the cliff and take fall damage, or it's going to knock him into the lava and kill him. Let's find out which one it's going to be. It's going to be off the cliff. Okay. Now, if it were me, I would have summoned a Fell Hunter. But that's fine. You can play the game the way you want. Level 53, bro. Imagine, bro. Level 53 fighting a level 56 elite. That sounds like a great idea, right?
Oh yeah, Jesus, man.
More.
This is fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They got a mage.
Here, actually. Never mind.
Careful. I do not have AoE taunt.
I'm gonna have to block here.
Yep. Go. Kill this destroyer. Quickly. Please.
Oh my god, that mage just took a pyro? I think they got it.
Do not have wall. Oh my god.
I think they got it. They got it. It's fine.
I don't have much here.
Okay, so
Get up on the stairs.
Oh, it sucks.
Fuck.
Reset spot here. Reset spot.
I'll just like start putting everything together. I just want.
That really sucks. I think
Oh.
that guy played. He played pretty
That
well.
scared
right?
me.
I mean, like, were there things he probably could have done differently?
I thought
Yeah.
my
But,
my
like, he
blender
did
just
play pretty
crashed.
well, and it sucks to see them like relatively play
I'm gonna
relatively well and still
back
have
this
somebody
up.
die. Just in time for the
Okay.
reset.
Okay.
Grub ass. Did you guys know, this is actually something crazy, a lot of people don't know about this, including one of the people in this group, I can guarantee it, that if you stand inside of this, whenever the dynamite explodes, it will actually come down and kill your character. I know it sounds
I
crazy, but it
learned the
actually
hard way.
happens. Watch, I'll show you. See? So these two people just died from that. So you should always be far away from it so it doesn't kill you. Yeah. You learn something new every day.
You didn't
huh?
know? Now you know.
Good to know. Yeah, it sure is. Bro, hello.
I'd say. Not, right? Like, I can't think of a better spot to farm than this for gold.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, Mitch has got a lot to pay back, man. He's got to have that. He's got to have the $500 deposit. He's got to pay for the time that he leaked comms. Like, yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of money to pay back to Frontier. It's a good point.
ZF got nerfed.
He
ZF
should
got
be hitting
nerfed,
the
Chad.
mage.
Yeah, ZF got
Oh my
nerfed.
gosh, that's a lot.
Alright, he should bring the
Maybe
mobs
he
back
can live
way
this.
if he's my only.
Maybe he actually can live this.
That's a lot of
Kill
enemies.
him as soon as this cast is over. Oh, what the fuck?
What's he doing?
I actually want this guy to live.
You gonna block?
Vanish. Oh, he
What is
did.
it?
He went all the way back to Teldrassil.
Same spot.
Ooh. Honestly, like, he actually played relatively well, but he should have been on top of the mage more, but the roots made it to where he couldn't do that. Like, he made a mistake by playing the way he did, but I actually think this is another instance of hyperspawning, making the fight in this area harder artificially than it should be, which I think they should change the way hyperspawning works. It's not actual difficulty, it's just artificial garbage created by more players in a zone. It's bad luck, it's not fair. It's like there's enough things in the game that already fuck you to add other things.
Same spot.
He played well. Idiot pulled 6 mobs. He would have been... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Can we res him? Emmy, run back.
Can we res him? Oh, my God. All right.
Emmy, go back, go back. Come towards me.
So Imaru actually was trying to explain to me why this wasn't her fault. Watch what happens.
You're gonna die.
Oh.
Run back.
So she's literally sitting here looting, and the mob is there. She's not even paying attention to where the mob is. And guess what happens?
Emmy, go back, go back. Come towards me. You're gonna die. Oh my God, Lloyd, there's 2 mobs, 3 mobs. Oh.
She's pulling everything.
That's no idea, bro. Literally no
Oh.
fucking idea. She's like running. She's going into the bottom of it with all the rest of them.
Guys, I got a choice here.
But she did get his badge. She got Thistle's badge.
I got a choice to make here. Loy is Hearthing.
Yo, in all seriousness,
Smart.
I appreciate your Degen hours. You are a Giga Chad for real, no
Oh.
on a stack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Bro, this is actually the scariest shit. Whenever the fucking ghoul turns around and looks at him. What the fuck? Not much she could do, to be honest. No, the mobs don't instantly aggro whenever they respawn. She should have been zoomed out more with nameplate. She would have seen him pop up and she could have moved away.
Yeah, like...
AoE farm Keck W. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, wife?
All of them doing damage at 18. So we're looking at about 100 damage per second. All with 20 seconds. I wonder if he's going to live.
Yeah, I saw that. Pepe Rav, Pepe Rav.
Right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Every 3 seconds, you're right. Oh, Ice Block will be up in 4 minutes. Well, by that time, he'll always... that's okay. In 4 minutes from now, he'll already be level 2 on his next mage.
Look what's killing you two. Mate. Oh my god.
He clutched that the fuck up. I'm gonna be honest. He really did. He did. Like, I'm impressed. He played really well. He sat down and he ate over and over. Yeah, he did. He deserved to die there? No, he didn't. I think he played well enough that he didn't deserve to die.
The heck, man?
Yeah.
He played good enough.
Oh, this is the mind control guy. Tight shit! No shit!
He got feared into everything else. Oh, there's another one.
Get the fuck out of there.
What are you doing?
Bad. Yeah, I was thinking that too. To be honest, he's actually surviving kind of well.
Oh!
The sad thing is, I actually think that if he hadn't sat there and just like eaten every single one of those shadow balls.
Oh my gosh. Are you playing WoW? Never. I don't have time.
No way. No way he fucking lives.
Oh! Oh! Hi, hello.
I think this one was deserved. He survived, he planned everything out, and it worked. Yeah, winners win.
Winners win.
Was a wake-up call.
I believe that we are being misled, misdirected, deceived. And I believe that it's being done on purpose. See, we've had this conversation around Baldur's Gate 3 and the state of AAA gaming for quite a while now. Different content creators that are weighing in, publications, as well as different journalists. Sometimes even tweets. But the focus of the conversation continues to shift, and it shifts away from the thing that is the most important part of the entire
Winners win.
conversation. And I believe that that's actually being done on purpose. Whether some people know it or not.
Oh wait, you said there's a new Asmon one, right? I want to see that new Asmon. Asmon Papa. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the EDD?
Uh-oh.
Wait, let's watch this. Hey, a wife. Let's do one hardcore one. Huh? Wait, what? XCon? my wife is here. I mean, I guess I haven't really talked about it. Classic eye missing. The only way you're getting eye into WoW is if their wife starts playing and wants. Oh, okay, that makes much more sense. I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, what? Smile, Pepe Raft. Wait, am I doing that right? Is WoW good? Further back? Or is it this way? Okay. But is WoW good? I stopped after Wrath of the Lich King, so I have no opinion. Where the fuck am I? Oh. Let's see. Normals. Where's my
No
normals?
aura on at all. Yeah, the paladin doesn't have an aura on. So if
Okay.
you watch what's happening here, okay, so
Even I
these
know
guys
to have an
are
aura.
Really, really special. Okay. So as you can
Even
see, the
I
mage
know
here,
to have an aura.
I just want to go ahead and show you.
Do
so
better.
The mage is in range to get hit by the shadow aura. Now the mage should be farther back, like this hunter is. You know why the hunter's not taking damage? Because the hunter's not standing inside of the aura, but the mage is. Baron Rivendare does a shadow damage aura to people that are close enough to them. So that's why you want to tank him on one side, like this bear druid is doing properly, and at the same time have everybody else on the other side.
J'ai bulle.
Okay.
Quel enfer. Tu as dit what the
Ooh, look at that
mort,
damage.
mort, je pense. T'es sauvé,
And
mec.
you can see they're all moving up. Why are they moving up? There's no reason for them to be moving up. But they're doing it.
Je te vois.
Oh my gosh, please, let me grab it.
He's gonna survive.
Je me tape, je me tape, je me tape.
This guy's actually good.
Je reprends.
This guy's really good.
J'ai
Don't
tout,
let
j'ai
him
tout,
die.
j'ai tout.
Please don't let him die.
Oh mon dieu.
Oh, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, the druid played like a god. The rest of the people, except for actually the hunter played very well too. The mages and the paladin were absolute clowns. Total fucking clowns.
Oh GG les gars. Oh là là.
Oh my gosh, my
Shit, bro,
ears.
This guy saved them. That was actually such a good play by him. How could this possibly go wrong? Like, I genuinely don't know how this could go wrong.
It just says smile. Paper.
No Hellstone. Sacrifice, good sacrifice. It's actually a really good play.
Hey, I can do the thing I want to do. Can I? Am I grabbing the wrong? Oh, I'm not grabbing the wrong thing. I just.
I genuinely don't know how this could go wrong. I genuinely don't know. Holy shit. And he had a bandage and he didn't use it. Oh my god. Why use it if you don't need it? Yeah, bro, he didn't need it. And now hyper spawns cause 3 of them to respawn on top of him and kill him.
Ой, блядь. Сука. Элитки.
Oh.
Все, пиздано.
I don't know what he said, but let's be honest, we all know what he said. Yep.
Yep.
That's the way it goes. He was
Yep,
swimming
cock.
to dead mines. Yeah. Ooh, 3. I think he can handle this. I do. I think he can handle this. Trying to hardcast immolate. Oh, the 4th one. That's too much. Oh my god, bro. The respawns already? Jesus. Now he can still sack. There it is. I think he's going to make it out. I do. I think he's going to make it out. That was a bit of a fuck up right there. Yeah, he's good.
Fucking it's not.
Okay.
He said, golly. Okay. So it's right here. Awesome.
That sucks. So he's not aggressive. What is he doing? He thinks that they aggro whenever there's other hostile ones near the area. He shouldn't have run in that direction, but it was just a mistake.
Okay. I think that should be
Yeah,
good.
no leash, yeah. That sucks. Smooth pulls or good pulls?
What?
Oh no!
Wait, how do you?
Oh,
Wait.
that's so fucking sad.
That sucks. That's, huh?
That's actually so fucking sad. That's
He should. Any stream. Okay, that's not fair. He died to a bug. We're not even a bug, just map. Yeah, no, it is a bug. He fell through the map. That's an appeal. Yeah.
Hey, no changes. Ooh. You know who really sucks dick here? Let's talk about the dick sucking tier list. Gazzy and Esau suck dick. Massive dick suckers. And I would even say that Slams also sucks a little bit of dick. Because through all three of them, not a single one.
No appeals on official, even if it's a fucking, if it's a map design.
So if you watch
That's
this,
stupid.
right, watch what happens. There's the mana burn. What's Gazzy doing? Oh, he's not thinking about interrupting mana burn. He's thinking about using Blade Flurry on the boss. Healer can also Hodge. You're right. Healer could Hodge. But what do you think is more important? The healer using Hodge or the actual DPS using their DPS buttons?
So one thing I've come to learn about mapping is making things a lot smaller. And because of that, everything is starting to look a lot better. To be honest, in my opinion. Like, this looks better, right?
Yeah, the healer has
Right?
to heal. Ooh, no fire resist
Right.
aura either.
Right?
Oh my
Right.
god, I think he'll live. I think he'll live.
It looks way, it looks more like filling, if that makes sense. Like, even Robstream. Robstream, I am pretty much like, I changed what I need to change, but the biggest part is I'm gonna have to add a whole aquarium to it. But finally, at least I'm like getting this done. I'm getting, for the most part, like, a portion of this is already done. I like this. I actually like this right here. This looks cool. I like this. It looks cool. Did you guys know that? I like it.
He deserves it. He deserves to die.
Like, I like this. It looks pretty good. I like it. Okay, let's work on Zover's thing a little bit. Do I even have the stuff?
You should. I actually, you know.
So Zoverk wanted.
I completely disagree.
No, not this. Not this. Here we go.
Yeah. I wonder how that happened.
So, let's see. I'm looking for designs on how this is made.
Oh no.
Also, they just have like chairs laying around. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. Let's see, save this, and then we'll save to the cozy gator.
No, he's
You like it? Do I like what?
He's totally good.
I want to hear the Unity stuff.
This is a fairly major story. It's actually one that will impact
I
myself.
figured I wanted to watch this because Belluor is a game developer. They made a game in Unity. It's called The Pale Beyond. And now, starting on I think January 1st, they might be liable to having to pay Unity thousands of dollars per download.
Alpha will impact
That
my studio.
sucks,
It
man.
will impact a lot of game developers that make games that you play. This is pretty crazy.
Oh, and
That
by the way,
fucking
what the outcome of
sucks.
this is going to be is that you're going to have to buy more microtransactions in games. And games are
That
more monetized.
sucks,
It's either
man.
that or the game is going to be smaller in scope and you're going to get less content. Or it's going to cost more. Like, this cost will not just... The developers aren't just going to eat this cost.
I don't know how having Asmon's old voice as a world sound will impact things. What do you mean? What?
More, I would say betrayed and ignored by the engine maker Unity. In a world where you look at Unreal Engine and see the march of progress, while Unity's technical people do great things, we do see them off chasing other industries.
There's a joke? I don't even understand. What the fuck is the joke? What is
And in fact, almost a year to the day, I launched a video in this channel about another wave of developers essentially having a bit of a rebellion. Today, though, it's an even more crazy situation. And I want to start setting the tone today with a quote from former Electronic Arts executive John.
That was a horrible fucking joke.
Currently the CEO of Unity.
He sold his shares, by the way, a week before this happened.
You by saying this. You're 6 hours into Battlefield.
Sorry, I'm being schizophrenic, and voices were like explaining the joke to me. I was like,
far enough in that that's going to be something that you feel okay. So he actually did.
Yeah, of course, right? Yeah, and that's a good point, what he's making. Like, and again, that's smart. What he's saying is that once you're so invested into the game, then they can start nickel and diming you and charging you, because it will cost you more to get out than to just pay the fee.
Use an analogy of a paid microtransaction reload. Of course, that never came to pass, but the point is,
probably later when I'm not streaming.
Thinking that is going on. Recently, he said this: if you're a 7-figure developer, you can afford $75 a month. True, but if you're not, you can just get started, or choose for an artistic reason to give your games away for free. Or if you're a hobbyist screwing around or a student, this is free. You get the full power of Unity 5 for free. There's no royalties, no fucking around. It's simple. That's really what we're announcing.
Good for them.
Things have somewhat changed since then.
It seems that way.
Because only a weekend after Unity highlighted the performance of Sea of Stars, a game that's on Game Pass, getting humongous amounts of downloads and has separately sold over 250,000 copies, they have managed to, single-handedly create an insane drama for themselves and actually worry developers. And this all started...
Well, I think that it's reasonable for developers to be worried, right? Because, like, whenever you realize that you're building a castle on sand and they can just change the agreement like Darth Vader, well, then what the fuck? How can you possibly, in good conscience, develop and build a platform and build a game on something that could just be changed randomly? And this is the problem, right? Is that even Unity, even if they undo everything, I think people still won't.
The damage is done.
And people will still go to other platforms. Because who's to say they won't do this again in the future?
With a blog post on the 12th
I think
of
part of the damage is already done.
And it was released right at the same time as Apple's big showcase. I wonder if they were trying to bury that news in tech circles. The title is Unity Plan Pricing and Packaging Updates. Pretty, you know, simple name for something that's going to generate a lot of rage, because this is a update to Unity's licensing plans, designed, of course, to get more money out of users. Now, in this, there are some more minor elements. As an example, they are removing the Unity Plus service tier, which was a smaller scale one used by smaller indie developers and perhaps, you know, some solo devs, right?
Okay, that's
it's
not
replaced
really the
by
problem.
the much more expensive Unity Pro. And while that may have a bit of a sting for some, where things get a lot more spicy is this. We're introducing a Unity runtime fee that is based on each time a qualifying game is downloaded by an end user.
Stupid
We
update.
choose this because each time a game is downloaded, the Unity runtime is also installed. They're basically saying, right, we're two products, the Unity editor, the Unity runtime. You'll have your Unity subscription that will, you know, pay for however many seats you have that have access to the Unity editor, and then we will charge you based on how many times the Unity runtime is distributed, which of course means any time your games are, like, downloaded, right?
Well, yeah, they effectively install something onto the user's PC that tells them that there's been a download of this game. And they just want everybody to trust them that they have correct and enough fraud protection to know whenever a game is downloaded twice. You see what I'm saying? Like, how can you
That's
possibly
so
trust
stupid.
I say this because, yes, each time a game is downloaded, the Unity runtime is also installed. Also, we believe that an initial install-based fee allows creators to keep the ongoing financial gains from player engagement, unlike a revenue share. Now, how does this work? Well, you have to pass a revenue threshold to be
Just trust me, I
eligible.
don't want money.
Last year, that revenue threshold is $200,000, and it's $1 million for the Pro and Enterprise tiers.
And you think about $200,000, and so you have a video game that you spend a year making, okay? And you have 3 people that work on that video game. So that's about a little bit under $70,000 for each person that works on the game, assuming that it's divided evenly. And that is also assuming that there are no secondary costs. There's nothing else like that. $200,000 might sound like a lot of money, but whenever you actually start aggregating it and breaking it down for like what this money is going to go towards, you will realize that that is fucking nothing. That is like nothing, man. There's operating costs, salaries, paying for voice acting if you have any voice acting in the game, paying for anything. Yeah, it's nothing. So this actually would affect a lot more people than you would imagine. Now, obviously, there's like the 99% of people that it won't really affect, because probably 90% of people or 50% of people just download Unity because they're like trying it out. They're not genuinely using the product in order to make a video game for a commercial purpose.
Now, you might think, 200 grand in the bank? Fantastic. Here's the thing, though. What if your game costs 250 grand to make, right? And maybe you got a publisher. That would mean that you will have, say, sold 200 grand.
A lot of publisher agreements. I've even heard publisher agreements that are even beyond 50%. So like a developer, signs a deal with a publisher, and the publisher takes over 50% of the revenue. Massive. Yeah. I mean,
Damn.
there's also the Steam fees, and then there's also there's a lot, man. Not uncommon. Yes, I know, it's crazy.
Worth of copies
Yeah,
you will
usually
have
it's
not
50.
made back.
For a big
you won't
publisher,
have made
something
back
like that
money,
could be more.
and the bill for this sort of thing will come due, right? This will come due in a pretty damn bad time for you, because you've now got to work out, okay, how is my studio being funded? I'm not seeing revenue from the game that, we released that just came out. And it's very rare. Let's say a game's budget is $250,000. It's pretty damn rare that a game is able to cover its production budget in a month or 2, right?
Yeah.
So this may seem kind of like not that big, but that's actually a really bad time to have the bill. Also, interest.
That's actually a very good point that he brings up, is like, having to pay that very early on whenever you're also not able to pay.
That's fucking
other costs
atrocious.
that are going to be like immediately due, especially like scaling costs. Like if you have an online game and you're selling a bunch of copies, you're going to have to scale the support for like servers and stuff like that, or like customer support, and you're going to have to scale that first, because then if you don't, well, then you don't have the game that's making the money in the first place. So like, asking for that so early on, it's actually very harmful now that I think about it. I hadn't thought about this before.
This is charged
He's
to
right.
the developer? What about the publisher? Because it's rev share everywhere, but then the developer doesn't pay based on a rev share. The developer gets to pay on a per install basis, which, oh boy, there's more. There's wrinkles to that. Now, then you have to pass an installation threshold on a lifetime scale to be eligible, which is 200,000 at the free and plus tier and 1 million at the pro and enterprise tier.
Yep.
Then fees are structured to basically allow for some.
I think also like a lot of game development for indie developers is based off of a dream. And I think this is the dream that you're going to make the next Among Us, Vampire Survivors, Halls of Torment to an extent, not as popular as the first 2, but still also very popular. The next Among Us, the next like whatever game, right? Cult of the Lamb, many of these very popular like indie games, Cuphead, Stardew Valley.
Well, there's our SLO now. It's
And
like,
so
what
this
are you
is
supposed to do
actually kind
about
of
it?
comparable to like streaming to an extent, is that if people feel like they can't really achieve a dream of like being like very successful like streaming because there's like a massive cap on it, it's going to really hurt people's enthusiasm to get invested into it, because they're going to realize that there's never a way, there's like such a low ceiling for this, and if I get to that ceiling, all I'm going to do is hit my head. And I think that's why it's so harmful. And it's also not even harmful functionally for a lot of these developers, because as Unity said, and I think they're right, a lot of developers never even are going to hit this threshold anyway. But the problem is that saying that there is a threshold means that there can't be a dream. Does that make sense? So you can't have hope whenever you have like this ceiling that's so low, and if you develop and you do a great game, you do so well, then you're going to have to pay them such a huge amount of money. Installment costs, even from pirated copies and bots that would uninstall on a virtual machine that changes IP. You pay it once and can generate Unity, so much fake profit. Yes, that is also another issue. This is also hugely bad for Steam, since small indie companies will be taking down their games because of Unity, and Steam will lose revenue because of that. Well, it's bad for everybody except for Unity, and I think in time...
Just make NFT games, they pay for it so.
I think they already have. That's why they're trying to walk back as much of this as possible right now.
Allowances of scale. 20 cents per install at the free and plus tier, and then that scales from 15 cents to 2 cents per install for each more than 1 million installs per month at the Pro and Enterprise level, with a special caveat that if your game is installed
That's so
in the emerging
atrocious,
market,
man.
there will be a significantly lower flat rate. That's of course because a lot of mobile games are big in low revenue per user regions, at least say on a US dollar basis. And then you can get some credits for the fee if you integrate more of Unity's technologies beyond the editor, like, say, their gaming services or their mobile ad support. Yeah, you can see how this is kind of working now. So, companies want money, licensing fees, those are not a particularly new thing. Now, Epic Games, right? The creators of Unreal Engine, their tool set is free. But the understanding is that if you make a big old box game with it, then you have the first million be royalty free, and anything past that, they take 5%. And of course, because that's based on
Y'all phones, right?
Well, it's a percentage.
Yep,
based.
they managed to
I think
do
the
it.
5% is like, I personally am not a big fan of. I think if somebody buys a program, they should be entitled to 100% of the profits that they generate with that program because they bought the program. Like, I don't like all of this licensing, like, pyramid scheme type bullshit. I think that it's unhealthy for society. But, I mean, Unreal is free, though. I thought that there was, like, a dev version of Unreal that you pay for. Is that true? Not anymore. No, it's free? Okay, I'll just assume I'm wrong.
I think the idea is, hey, you make money, we make money. Everyone's happy enough. Now, this install threshold is
Everyone's happy
What
now.
would happen if Adobe started
Sheesh.
charging for every video you upload and take some of the ad revenue? Exactly, yeah. Like, I don't like this. I don't think it's good that you should be able to do this. I think if you sell a service or you sell a product, people should be entitled to the profit that they generate with that profit.
True.
It's like if I go to like Home Depot and I buy something like a lawnmower and I mow somebody's lawn, I shouldn't have to pay the people that make the lawnmower $1. I bought the lawnmower. I should have every right to use it however I want.
Also a bit of a new question, at which point developers and the general audience then really found it become rapidly
huge
clear
scam. Yeah.
that this is one of the more poorly thought out deals for game developers that really many of us have seen in a very, very, very long time. And they put out a Q&A. The Q&A is quite bizarre. So, the Unity runtime fee does not apply to our film, gambling, or education subscription plans at this time. So if you're an industrial plan or gambling, you don't have to worry. It's just game and app developers.
Gambling?
You are invoiced
Oh,
monthly
gosh.
based on the installs in a given month, and the installations are just defined as installation and initialization of a project on an end device. Now, this is the big thing. There's some good, there's some bad.
And this is what people are concerned about, is that somebody can intentionally install a game, like a group of people can hate install a game and then cost the developer a bunch of money.
Fees will only start being generated
And this
from
can
January
absolutely
1st,
happen.
2024. The bad news, all of the installation threshold requirements, those are retroactive, right? So, yeah, if you have big install numbers, yeah, you're just going to be straight into this. Now, there's a lot of problems here if you apply some of the old human brain thinking to this question. So, the more people who install your game, especially on the perhaps razor-thin margins that you'd planned before any of this became apparent, the more money you then have to pay Unity. And your installation of a game can then actually actively harm a developer, which is fairly crazy. I did enjoy, of course...
And 20 cents is a pretty good amount of money. Like, whenever you think about
Fuck yeah,
like,
it is.
I mean, if 100,000 people do something, that's $20,000. That's
a lot of fucking money. Dude.
Funny Twitter account.
Dude.
Funny things. Pirate game. Delete it. Download it again. Keep on doing it. Company loses $600.
Fuck them, dude.
Fantastic. So let's
There
talk
you
about
go.
the problems that developers and community members have highlighted, and then Unity's attempt to squirm their way out of this, because there is quite a large amount of trust me bro in this. Okay, let's start with some problems. Hello Unity, how are installs tracked or monitored? How is revenue determined? Do pirated installs count, and how would that be determined?
Well, they're not going to say how, and it's like, I understand why Unity wouldn't say how, because if they say how, they also say how they're not tracked. And if you know how they are tracked, you also know how they're not tracked, which allows you to work around their system. So they're clearly not going to say this. But again, how can you possibly trust them, especially whenever they're making such a massive change?
Aside from other issues that many people have raised, are we going to see more games delisted
Unity
to
tweeted about
avoid
this? I
incurring
know, they said the same thing I did.
costs? There are so many thoughts here. I mean, make a game. Game is freemium. Game makes 200 grand from in-app purchases after being installed 3 million times. Now owe Unity 20 cents per 2.8 million installs. 560 grand. That's 360 grand more than we've made. Yeah, this is one that is quite funny with the, you know...
I just can't believe that, I can't believe this is legal. I hate this licensing stuff. I think this is so harmful. Like, imagine if every single time that you made something on a Windows PC, you had to give Microsoft money. Imagine every single time that you played a video game and you uploaded a video of it, you had to pay the developer money. Imagine every single time that you used to, you know, you drive your car and you're doing Uber, you have to pay Ford money for that.
That
It's
sucks,
awful.
man.
I don't know why this is accepted in any capacity. If you buy a tool, you should be entitled to the profits of that tool. Why is it different because it's software?
How do we girls come with the math?
Because it's clearly not different, because most
Hey,
software
Payraf.
doesn't require this, like Windows or Photoshop. It's crazy. Imagine paying a tax for every nail you nail on a house. Yeah. Their excuse is updates. I mean, Windows does updates. Yeah, what do you mean? There's updates, bro, for people who can't pay up front? Yeah, Windows does updates.
With the freemium mobile model. Also, publishers are talking about things. So, Devolver Digital, you may have heard of them. Definitely include what engine you're using in game pitches. It's important information. What a well-timed post from them. Because you've got to remember with all this stuff, you know, you sell your game, Valve takes 30%, then that split
Yeah,
between...
I love seeing people defending getting cucked. It's so bad. Like, I can't believe that people are okay with companies setting these completely draconian rules where they just own a percentage of everything that you create with their product that you paid for. It's so consumer unfriendly and market unfriendly, it's insane.
You and your publisher, then you are charged the money. Like, that is... that's pretty rough because of where this is probably going to happen, like in the waterfall, at least based on how they're talking about it. Developer AgroCrab pointed out that if you put your game onto Game Pass, that's potentially millions of installs that you could potentially be asked to pay a licensing for and a licensing fee for. And well, while it may not be you, actually, as it transpires, Unity have a response to this, and I don't think the industry is going to be particularly pleased by it. I mean, hey, what about giving access of your game to people for free for a free weekend? Maybe
even demos cost money. Even demos.
The Epic Game Store free game option. That could now cost you money. For Over the Moon Games, they've said,
Oh my
"Hey,
gosh.
Unity, our game The Fall was on Epic Games as a free game. I was quite happy to sell them the rights for peanuts, and the game was installed like 7 million times. How do you propose this will work? I'd owe you more money than I've made in my life. That's insane." Again, what are Unity thinking? Then, of course, there are developers talking about just abandoning the engine. You know, they're saying like, all right, you know what, screw it. Here's one from Aaron. We've used Unity 11 years now at Flipfly, and I've been teaching kids how to make games with it at a non-profit for 3 years. After today's egregious announcement, I'm actively planning to move us all to an engine with less hostile practices. Because yes, be it
Yeah, that's obviously what they should do. That's absolutely what they should do. It's not even a question. The Valve cut isn't so bad, gives you access to a huge audience. I think that the amount that Steam takes is pretty bad. I think Steam probably takes too big of a percentage for what they're doing.
Oh my.
It's like 35%, right? It's 30%.
Did I weight paint?
It's 30,
Okay.
okay, 30%. 30% is a lot. Especially like they're not even really publishing the game. They're just simply allowing it to exist on their platform. Like that's fucking massive. 30% to a certain amount, then it scales down to 20.
I thought I weight painted this wrong.
Really? I didn't know that. Well, at least that's a bit better. 30%, but it gives you about 10,000% more customers. Yeah, I understand that, and that's why people still upload onto Steam. Epic Games takes like a much smaller percentage. That's why I think it's very important that you have competition in the space, and that's why I've always been very negative about people that were just like any time that any other studio tries to make a launcher, they get shit on because they're not Steam. Absolutely not. That's bullshit. Like a monopoly is not good for the consumer.
Real Engine, be it Godot, there are other engines.
So true, King. So true. Oh my gosh.
I would bet a decent amount of money if I could port everything in CUD. I think that's Caves of CUD, which there's a really good Mandalore gaming video on. I'm a matter of Seth, I forget. But anyway, the only thing we'd lose is mobile and console, which is big enough to stick around, but it probably won't be a blocker forever. Cult of Lamb! Buy Cult of Lamb now, because we're delisting it January 1st. That's
What the hell?
certainly fun.
Okay, so
Others have
this
pointed
isn't
out the potential
weight
for
painting.
harassment
Why?
here, like, yeah, you could pirate a game, install it to 500 virtual
I did weight
machines,
paint
and you
this. So what the
potentially
fuck?
hurt a game developer. People may say that's insane, but like,
It's not insane at all. People do all kinds of crazy stuff. And also, I would
Hello?
assume that the tool to do that would be usable for any game. Because it's just simply replacing the executable file that you're installing to each machine
Why isn't
to
that?
being a different file for each different game. Like, you don't even need to write
I don't
new
understand.
code for each different thing. You just need to input the game into the code. So it's like,
Oh,
as soon
I know
as
why.
one person does this, it's just possible for anything. Yeah,
look,
especially
people
yeah,
are
you can automate
technologically
this.
proficient. They can do spooky shit with virtual machines, right? Of course, game maker, Default Engine, Godot, and even Tim Sweeney have chimed in on all of this. Epic saying that they've got no plans to change their perpetual license model, right? And they're going to
Actually, why did I
they
even?
can't change the deal that they've made with you when you sign on. Just a whole.
I don't even
a
have to
whole
do
bunch of the whole
this.
industry
You know
just
why?
taking this as
I don't
the
have to do any of
easiest
this.
marketing win they could possibly get. There's actually some talk of
I
a
actually
class action
did not need to
lawsuit
do
coming
any of
from
this.
developers.
I don't know if they can sue Unity. I really don't know about that. And yeah, I don't know. Actually, yeah, I can't say. It seems like they probably can't, but like, I don't know. I have no idea. You're wrong about Steam just being a marketplace. They provide services to serve your product to multiple markets. They're offering cloud save. They offer content management, pushing new updates, ensuring the user product is a stable version. Yeah, Steam is a great service. I've been using Steam ever since I was in high school. I think Steam is great. I don't have anything bad to say about Steam other than the fact that I think they take 30%. It's a lot of money. And it's also not good for an industry for there only to be one person working in the industry. Monopolies are bad, but Steam is a good company. You're right.
But ultimately, then, the point here is that Unity just decided to change the rules of things, the rules of the game, really, arbitrarily, because this is
What the
almost
hell?
like a new utility cost.
Okay,
the way that
what
you
if I
want
do
to
this?
Pay, or at least they want to start charging you for Unity runtime deployments.
Yeah.
And again, as you'll soon see, all
Okay,
on a
so
trust me bro basis.
that works.
And what's being said here? I already committed to their engine for my new game, put years of work into my pipeline. I did so under a simple per-seat license I'm happy to pay. Now when I'm close to release, they spring something new on me. Not a price increase, a fundamental change in how we do business together. And that really...
It's a good point. Yeah. A game can take years to make, and they could be 6 months out from releasing the game, and then this change goes into effect in 3 months.
Are you?
And yeah,
Hello?
you're fucked.
Hello?
That's actually a really good point. Like, I don't really work in game dev, so I don't really think about this stuff off the top of my head, but yeah, these are 100% this could happen.
Faces on the side.
Lighter Silk Song?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to use blend shapes, actually. It's not working for
So,
some reason.
let's talk about the clarifications and the regrouping. By the
Pokemons
way,
not
if you're
working.
doing some supporting of, a game developer.
Is it because
we're a
there's no
game developer.
weight?
First
There
Game
is
Hill
weight paint.
Beyond, is of
So
course
Guys, I'm gonna play this
why
really
do you not
soon,
work?
okay? I'm gonna play it really soon. It's gonna happen right after Genshin and Final Fantasy 14. Yeah.
Steam. and it's made in Unity. But hey, I guess if you buy it before the first of January,
I wonder how
I'll just
mad
see this
Failure would
inside.
be if I fucking streamed this game on January 1st. I wait until January 1st to stream the game and see if they're still in Unity.
we won't be charged like,
Oh,
I don't know,
God.
15 or 20 cents. But also, if you want to check out
It turns tiny.
our art book and all those
Yeah,
lovely
do it on the main
things
channel,
there.
yeah.
Man, what a story. Okay,
January
so
1st.
obviously
That's kind of
Unity
annoying.
Put out some press responses here. Let's go through them. Unity will only receive aggregate data from various sources, so they'll be working off estimates, not hard one-to-one numbers. Because people were wondering, like, hey, what, does the Unity runtime phone home to give you a number? No, it doesn't. They have some proprietary method of working
This is something I don't really
in
work
a-
on,
in a
so I'm kind of
cryptocurrency
confused with
that is
why
literally
this is
just,
not
"Trust me, bro,
working.
we'll bill you accurately."
Okay, so will this work?
Demos
Yeah, we're not gonna overcharge you. Like,
Okay,
trust
well
us,
that
we change
works,
the rules on you randomly.
but not the way I want it
So
to.
it can't get any worse, right? Yeah, there you go. It's illegal in EU. Yeah, EU is much more ahead of
That's
the
the problem. You don't have
ball
set
ahead of the game with,
exactly.
online piracy and not
Like,
piracy,
dude.
excuse me, online like privacy and different types of rules.
Stop
Like I think EU
Prisma.
is way, way, way far above them. I'm just worried Unreal Engine will become a monopoly. The good thing that you can keep in mind is that Unreal Engine is a phenomenal engine for running 3D games, but again, my understanding as not a game developer is that Unity is actually great for making 2D games, and a lot of the people that are using Unity for that function are actually moving over to using another platform called Godot, and there's a couple of other ones. So
I don't understand
some of these
why.
people will use Unreal, but there are closer versions to Unity than Unreal. That's my
Before they made the tech to try.
So it seems like, of course, this
Oh,
will,
that's
like,
so
if Unity falls
atrocious.
apart, which I don't think is really going to happen, but like theoretically, if it does happen, if Unity falls apart, it will massively increase Unreal Engine's like piece of the pie chart, like massively. But it still will not be a complete monopoly.
won't count, but only if they aren't the same build of a game that allows players to continue progression. So, for actually quite a few demos, that's really quite bad. Early access games, they will count. As to fraudulent stuff, right? So somebody spinning up the game on a bunch of virtual machines. I don't even know how they catch that. But again, trust me, bro. They say that
Why?
They can't catch it.
Why is-
There's no way. Like, not even the best.
Okay, dude.
Like the best fraud protection places in the world, right? Banks get hacked. If you think banks can't figure this out, there's no way a video game developer can. Come on.
fraud detection stuff that they built for their ad platform. They can handle it. And they'll have a way for developers to submit their concerns. Again, presumably after the developer has been charged. And if a developer is just charged, let's just say 30 grand, 40 grand, that's going to be very bad for their cash flow.
That's huge.
Right? Especially if it's soon after a game is launched and the money hasn't came in yet. You're just going to fire a torpedo at a developer right when they actually need that cash flow. Again, this is absolutely crazy. They also did confirm
Well,
they will be
it's
applying
not perfect,
protection to
but
real-time installs of the game.
it is what it
And
is.
also, web and streaming games built with Unity also do count because everything that runs the game is counted.
Wait,
in
I have a
some way.
solution.
Now, wait, so if
I actually have
so it's
solutions to
applied
this.
retroactively? Like, wait, how does this work? I don't understand this. They will apply it to lifetime installation.
We had a modifier.
Did I miss this yesterday?
Armature.
Because I feel like that's a big one. That's a really big one. Is that even legal? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out.
Hey, now, Steve Totillo of Axios
Okay,
then
okay.
went and got a bit more info, and there was a second round
Let's
of
record
updates to
here,
QA,
and then at the
reinstall
60
after a
frame,
sort of regrouping
we're
within
going
Unity.
down
Apparently,
right
if the
about
same game is
here.
reinstalled on the same device, it
And
won't count.
go and grab
somehow Unity
this.
can tell that. Again, very suspicious. But if a game is installed on a new device or new
But then we
hardware, that
grab
counts.
this.
So imagine this: I'm a developer, sell a
Go
game on
back up.
Unity. You install that on your PC, then you install it on your Steam Deck. For some reason,
Now I have to
the
pay you
developer,
twice.
am charged twice for that,
There you
even
go.
though you're doing it under one license of the game that you own. Charity
Yeah, it's completely illogical.
bundles will be exempt from fees, and Unity will somehow provide a way for developers.
I mean, it's
to
not
notify
perfect,
Unity.
but
Again, how's
you
this
know what?
going to
I'll take it.
actually work,
I'll
you
fucking
know?
take this.
Subscription fees will fall upon the distributor, not the developer. So this is quite an odd one. This means that, say,
I like it.
Microsoft will
Okay,
be facing
so now
financial
next thing I do
impact on
is
game
I
they
grab.
list on Game Pass, like say the smash hit Sea of Stars. Now,
I wonder how Microsoft feels about this.
Now, how do I convert?
Yeah, I have a feeling. I mean, Microsoft is a really big. Like we were talking about how Tencent was. a big company.
Wonder how to convert animations to blend shape.
Really not that big. Microsoft should just buy them and change the rule. Fuck it. Pull an Elon Musk. Just buy it and change the rules.
now, if Sea of Stars, like whenever I boot up my Xbox to play Starfield,
Yeah, they literally could.
what do I see when I go to Game Pass? Sea of Stars. Like, it's probably been downloaded millions of times, and you know.
How do I
that could
do
actually
this?
get to
There's a way you
stage
could do
where,
this.
as
I don't
say,
remember.
like,
How do I
obviously
do
the Sea of
this?
Stars devs are like, okay, but again, you know, how much money did Microsoft pay for that? And could Microsoft end up paying more in Unity license fees than the payout that was given to
Unity's
the
endgame.
developer, right?
Caught
Like
up on
that's
Microsoft by
actually
being so stupid.
potentially a concern, and maybe that is all part of Unity's.
I don't
plan,
remember how
because
to do
they're saying
this.
that, again, via their proprietary method. Maybe they look at all of these freemium mobile games and all these like Game Pass, Epic Game, you know, free games. Maybe they see.
There has to be a
look at the
better way I
sheer
can do
amount of
this.
downloads, and they're trying to find a way to monetize that. I mean, it very much looks like
A
that.
hinge point?
Now, of
How do
course,
I do
with these
that?
updates, you may notice that these aren't really better because everything is somehow relying on Unity's completely undefined trust.
Yeah, exactly. Like trust us.
Oh, you mean this
we
part?
have a
And then I just
proprietary
let's see.
system that will make sure that nothing goes wrong. Well, can we see it? No. Can you at least give us an idea? No. Is
No.
it exact or an estimate? It's whatever.
No. No.
How can anybody trust that shit?
Me bro data gathering.
You don't. Nope.
And it's somehow being able to identify legitimate installations by some method, even though the runtime doesn't phone home and they seemingly only are using aggregate data. And the end result being that the distribution of your game will inevitably end up costing you in some way because, hey, guess what?
No.
If it costs your publisher, that's going to change the deal for you as a developer.
Yeah.
Especially because any money that something, will cost to your publisher, it's not like you pay, in your recoup. You pay
No.
back what you want. Publisher money costs money. So this is going to...
I refuse.
the idea,
No.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, whenever they charge the publisher charges the developer.
If a publisher is on the hook for, let's just say, $100,000 of fees from something like this,
Fuck is
the
all this?
developer, in some publishing deals, that could cost the developer more than $100,000 because of how the recoups
Clear
work.
animation
So again,
data.
a lot of publishing.
There was a way you can turn an animation into a blend shape, but I don't remember how to do that.
Oh my god.
Deals would probably need to be changed to account for
Get
something
fucked,
like
yeah.
this as a new cost in the balance sheet. And then they're also throwing publishers and distribution partners
What the
under
hell?
bus, and that means that taking deals with developers can, well, just become less lucrative, right? It's quite crazy. Like, I'm glad that we are making smaller scale
Wait, what?
PC games where it's like, where that's like a lot better, but still, like, one of the things that really helped us with Pale Beyond is we released a demo, and that meant that we had, suffice to say,
well, they released the demo, and that's the thing, right? Is like Belluar Studio, they would have had to pay 20 cents for every download for that demo if they hit this threshold. So basically, they would have had to pay, if it's 200,000 downloads, they would have had to pay, theoretically, assuming they didn't make any money off of it, or they broke even with the money that they did make. That's $40,000.
Everyone was
demos are excellent.
I made a suitcase.
Aha. That's a big change to just kind of, oh, well, we're not going to do this now. They said most, oh, you're right, you're right.
Can I do
you're right.
this?
I did read that. I was assuming that it was new information. Apparently it might not be. They did say that some demos might be exempt, but not all of them. So basically, if the demo's successful, it's not exempt. That's what I'd probably assume.
Very happy with our wish
Oh.
list numbers. I think right now we have like 160, 170,000 wish lists. But through like Steam Next Fest and all that stuff. our
Okay, well, I
demos
kind of
really
have to
done
fix
a
it
lot
now.
for us. And
Let's
there's
see.
a chance then that actually some of those demo
Just to start up $100
installs,
games.
like some of them
You mean $150
technically
games?
could be charged. That
Yeah.
would really, I mean, that would suck. So this is all kind of whack. Again, Mike Bithell here, of course, Bithell Games. The thing that sort of propelled his career, I think a lot that people know about was, like I say, Thomas Was Alone. He's made many projects since. I keep cycling back to this tweet and how hilariously exposing it is. Given their model legally cannot
What the
be
hell?
collecting real
It
user
combines
data,
everything.
It amounts to a guess. A guess they are refusing to break down to those they are hoping to bill.
We can't judge it, and we can't tell you how we try to judge it, but you can appreciate that we're not going to tell you how it works. Oh my god.
Walk back imminent, but it reveals a lot. Yes,
Trust
because
me.
they say, we leverage our own proprietary data model. And, you know, it's got to comply with GDPR and all that, too. And you
Yeah.
may think, surely everyone in Unity...
First
uses
try, no
that.
help. Any
Well,
speed
yeah, and they were
speed
all
run.
ignored.
I don't really do stuff like
Heard
this,
from
so it's
Inside
kind of
Unity
new to
the
me.
blog post was reviewed
But it's
for
fun learning.
weeks,
I
and
like
the general
learning new
concerns
stuff.
about /confusing messaging, Game Pass, etc.
Do you
were
guys
all
like learning new
ignored.
stuff?
It's resignation time for some folks.
I love it.
and Hopefully we see a walk back, I fear, for Unity.
Let's
And,
see
just
what
a quick
happened to
little-
their stock, because yesterday, let's see. Unity stock. Oh.
Holy shit!
Bad. Ooh, and then if you look at 5, that one's all right. That one's okay. This one's worse. Oh my god. Yeah, it's actually going down. Like, that CEO getting fired, yeah, that's huge.
Aside about John Riccatello, the CEO of Unity, the man who wanted to sell you bullets in Battlefield, and last year had to post an apology because of the way that he called some developers. You know what? I don't want to.
The fucking idiots for pushing against monetization. Yep, there it is. President and CEO of Unity Software. I see where this is going on. Well, the same Unity guy is the same guy who brought loot boxes to FIFA in 2009. Yep.
Can't get
Yep.
demonetized for swearing, but you know, you can look at my screen and what I'm highlighting right now. This is what he called developers for pushing back against monetization.
Yep.
You know, all right, no. So
Yep.
this is something. I can make no inference about certain pieces of information here. A lot of people are, you know, going quite far in saying certain things, and it would be, you know, a shame if that got them any trouble, right? Got them any sort of notice in the mail. I suppose a lot of people do find some of this information to be curious and pertinent, because on the 6th of September 2023, John Riccatello, president of and CEO of Unity Software Incorporated, sold 2,000 shares of the company. This move is part of a larger trend for the insider.
So over the past year, he's sold a total of 50,000 shares. How many total shares does he own? Because, like, is 2,000 a lot? Because if it's 2,000 out of 3,000, that's a lot. If it's 2,000 out of 500,000, it's not. He's got 300,000 plus. Yeah, if he's got 300,000 plus shares, I really don't think that he sold 50K total. Yeah. But
Since it's a game world, I do kind of want to keep it organized. Maybe I should just add the handle, but not like the locks and stuff like that. If I want to keep this optimized, I think I should just leave it like this, if I'll be completely honest.
around being 0.06%, it's not like this guy's really cashing out.
Who, over the past year, has sold a total of 50,610
Right?
shares and purchased none. Of course,
He's just buying a new boat,
please
probably.
consider this above information about this announcement being planned long in advance, and then think about, of course, John Riccatello's sale of shares. I make no inference about these two pieces of information. Obviously, though, you're now aware of these bits of information.
Yeah, it seems
Think
as
about
though
them
that's not
what
the
you
case.
will.
Oh, what the
Now,
hell?
This all appears to be some form of top-down push from the C-suite,
50K over a year is
with
a
a
lot, though?
specific
Maybe, yeah.
focus on the kinds of games Unity thinks
Hmm.
can make them the most money.
Mm-hmm.
It's the core thing, and look, you guys probably feel it as gamers. It's like if you're not the
I'll
well,
just keep it like
developers
this,
don't care.
actually.
Look at
To
D4
keep it like
all that cool
optimized.
armor, I would maybe
I'm
pay
trying to
for
make
that
this
armor. Oh no, it costs
I'm trying to make this
$30.
map as optimized as possible.
The whale. Well, Unity makes it feel like that to us now, right? And the fact that this does not apply to gambling.
It is sad that like it's this is kind of like an
Yeah,
aside,
I'm
but
gonna
it's
do
sad
it like
that,
this.
I can't.
I don't think I'd have to do like
skins
full
to be
suitcases, to be
wow,
honest.
I can't wait to earn this in the game. I have to go buy it.
Oh, wait, actually,
Yeah,
they
I
do
don't
have
know, like,
numbers
you
on
go
it.
back and you think about like classic WoW. It was really cool.
So,
the way
this
you
is
were able to do
wrong.
that back in the
This
day.
is completely wrong.
And that's an interesting. Oh man, it's an interesting thing with
Yeah.
gambling. Anyway, it doesn't apply to that. The fact that there are credits
Wales
if
won.
you implement their
Yep.
proprietary advertisement
Wales won,
technology,
gamers lost.
it just says
That's all.
absolutely everything. Look, I fully expect a walk back here.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
either they walk back and they wholesale cut it, or they walk back to a watered down version of it. In which case, they'll have made progress, and it could just be the out of touch CEOs doing the usual thing, saying it's only a vocal minority, it's only the Twitter users. Real developers won't care. Real developers are too bought into our system.
Yeah.
And that actually is partially true. Yeah.
Yeah, sunk cost. I mean,
Okay,
this is the
so
same logic
then,
they use with the Battlefield bullets.
and then,
And he's right.
already
The
since
problem
it's over.
isn't that he's
Why
an
does he
asshole,
lag
the
in VR
problem
though?
is
That's the
he's
thing.
right.
You've built your whole
People
pipeline.
will
That's what,
Unity.
that's what I don't
Every
understand. It's like,
month
why does
costs
he have
you
so much?
tens
Why
of
does he have like a
thousands
lot of lag?
in cash flow, right? To pay for your team. And you want
Like, alright, is it just me?
6 months of stalling some progress to redo all your stuff on Unreal Engine? That's probably going to be more expensive than these fees from Unity. So you can see they truly do have a captive audience. So that is the situation there. Of course, if you want to get something that is the making of
The
it
static
go
anchor.
beyond, because this is a book, it doesn't have an activation fee. Isn't that insane? Store.bellular.
For now, bro, like wait till they
Oh
start
shit!
charging
I
you
did
for
that thing
paper.
again.
You know, like you buy a thing of paper, oh you
Okay,
print
okay, okay,
something on
let's
the
see,
paper,
let's
you want to
see.
sell it, okay, well now you gotta give us money for the fact that you used our paper.
Games. Bloody hell.
Yeah,
See,
get
weight
ready.
pains. I did the weight paint.
Not
What
that
the
many
fuck?
trees left, guys.
My
Come on.
God, the poor people of that company have.
You care
had
about
to
the
put up
environment, don't you?
being led by these
You
donkeys.
care about the environment, do
Right,
you?
that's it from me. You can check out yesterday's video, and I will see you again on this channel tomorrow.
Well, this is a great video. I'm
What
really
the
glad you
hell?
watched this, and I'm
Oh,
I
whatever.
totally support them. By the way, like I'll link you guys.
Well,
the
because
video.
I do have to make the
Bellular
numbers and
has
everything
a
different
vested
as well.
interest in this. He
So,
has made a game and he sells a
why do I
game
suck
on
at this?
Steam that was made by Unity. He is directly affected by this, so he understands exactly how this will affect his bottom line, his his studio, and the people that work there. This is very shitty that it's happening. Obviously,
process.
A lot of people ask me to
Yeah,
look at this. I
this
wanted
kind of
to
stuff is
bring
not stuff
attention to
I
it
normally
because
do
I think how
personally, so
problematic this is,
it's a
and
bit
huge
interesting,
W
needs
for
to
Bellular
say.
talking about it, and I will be covering every update to this story as much as I can because I think it is absolute fucking bullshit. And don't buy my game. I literally can't afford it. Isn't this just a stunt from Unity where they give us something complete and utter shit and they know it's going to get trashed on, and then they introduce something less shit? Oh, the anchoring strategy. I don't think that's a good idea for business-to-business transactions. That's only good from an end user, because an end user isn't thinking about
So now
the
it's just-
long-term effect of
okay.
the diminished trust.
Hello?
Like, because Unity is selling to other businesses.
What happened to all my weight
Like,
paint?
consumers are stupid, but businesses aren't stupid. Yeah, trust is more important than business. Yeah, exactly. I'll link
Why
you guys the
did
video
it-
one more time. Make sure to give it a like.
Hello?
I'm very, very glad.
What
to
the
see that
hell?
We're talking about this. There are a number of developers that actually contacted me, and they wanted me to talk about this myself because, they know that we're involved with game development.
Well,
and,
that's the
we
issue.
play games, we
What the
stuff
fuck
on
is
it, talk to
this?
developers,
Hello?
and,
Hey,
this is
dude.
affecting a lot of people in
Can
like a very
you,
serious
like...
way. And so I just hope that, You know, if Unity can't get their shit together, people can go over to another engine and use that instead. So there it is.
Popping since his
Do you think
bottom.
it'd be better for devs to
Yeah,
move to Unreal
shouldn't though.
regardless of possible walkback? I think that the reality is that if I was a development studio, this is what I would do. I would stick
Okay,
with
let's see.
Unity even if they walk it back and then I would also start developing for another engine simultaneously, or developing for another engine, like start moving towards that direction. Like, I would realize that this is a sinking ship, even if it's not sunk already. Like, I wouldn't just like immediately leave, because that wouldn't be good for the studio, right? It might hurt the studio, it might hurt development. It would probably hurt the developers, would make people have to repeat their
Hello.
time. So I would wait till the next
Thank
studio, new project, and then I would transition over to a new thing. And the thing is, that's the problem, right? Is that this type of an effect, and this is the problem that like quarterly earnings report capitalism, and not really capitalism, but quarterly earnings report like
There we go.
culture.
Okay, so now
is
we
that
should only
this
weight
is
paint
an
this part.
effect that will happen in
Or not.
7
How do you
quarterly
make it
earnings
so that only the thing you have highlighted is what weight paints? Murphy's
So
is
like,
only?
yeah, you might
No.
not change it right now, even if they changed everything back, but you're gonna remember this in a year and a half. How do you think this will affect us gamers? Oh, it'll just make you have to pay more money. Shorting Unity right now might be the most free money you could ever make from buying options. Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen. I really do. I think Unreal is better and more technologically advanced personally. I think that you're right, but Unity still seems to offer better support for games that are smaller in scope and are two-dimensional. That's my understanding as somebody who's not a game developer. Japan's worst streamers get knocked out.
One of the internet's biggest
We already saw
ignorance
this.
is at it again, and good lord, I hate to say it, but some people truly.
This is a fairly major story. It's actually one that
Let's
will
see.
impact
I
myself.
figured I wanted to watch this because why modern games take for
GPS Blender? I know, sometimes it does this. On my other folder, it doesn't do this. I don't understand why now all of a sudden
Bethesda the same amount of time to make Starfield as it did to make
I don't
Oblivion,
understand.
Stop right there, criminal.
Fallout 3,
Let's see. Let me try this.
and Skyrim.
Let me try this again. Blender, how to make only highlighted vertices have
These
weight.
3 games are some of the greatest of all time, with Skyrim often being placed in the top 10.
At number 1, Skyrim.
So what happened? Why does it take so long? Where's all the games?
For the 3D port set weight values.
Again.
In 2007 alone, we got Halo 3, Mass Effect, Portal, TF2, BioShock, Super Mario Galaxy, Uncharted, The Witcher. Holy crap. Okay.
2004 was equally crazy. World of Warcraft, Halo 2.
All the verses you want to add to that
another,
group.
like, massive
Vertex.
fucking game. Half-Life 2 came out that year.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it was nuts.
Didn't even get that out. Not to mention all the great games in 08.
We're all looking for that special someone.
09.
Am I sensing some history here?
And 2010.
We will fight
Why the
for the lost.
But then we look at the past few years, and there's a great game or two in there, but most aren't great. If we were to
Okay,
get just
so
a
let's
couple of
I think that probably
select and then
probably like 5
maybe that's why it was off. It's not doing the thing. Similar.
give or take maybe 1
How
or
do
2.
I
Like
do
this
inverse
year,
select
there's
again?
like so many, right? Like what about 2022?
Select things. Invert. There we go.
Elden Ring. Stray?
So now we
Talk about Stray.
assign this to the
Vampire
top.
Survivors? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Lost Ark? No, Lost Ark came out way before then.
Gosh,
Yeah, maybe
dang
last
it.
year just wasn't very good. Yeah.
Select bottom, then I go to the top, remove from here, then should be okay, there we go. So then from here, now it should weight paint properly where it doesn't. Yeah, okay, see it. Or no. Dude, I am so fucking annoyed. You can literally see.
Sometimes I wonder if it's
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm
nostalgia.
doing, but
We
look.
idolize the past like so many of
For
our
some reason, it's still affecting this, even though it shouldn't be.
Games were a lot smaller in scope.
Why is
A
that?
great example of that is Armored Core 6. I bet it probably didn't.
Well, I
take
guess
them
this
that long to
works.
make this person, because it's a
I mean,
small in scope
it fixed
game.
itself,
It's a
so
very
you know what?
great game.
I'll
It's an
take it.
amazing game, but it's small in scope.
I think it was better. Every year in the 2000s, studios brought their A game. They had new ideas. Games
Okay,
that were
let's see.
fresh and different. If I wasn't
Oh
screwing
my
around in a warthog
gosh.
or jumping off buildings into hay bales, I was flying through portals and running around on tiny planets. Every
So why is this not working now?
and I couldn't get enough. This really was the golden age, with new worlds and experience.
By the way, I'm totally missed all of this golden age because I only played WoW. Yep, I only played WoW.
To explore
So
every
why
game.
doesn't this
No wonder
work?
I had no money as a teenager.
Yeah.
Every
Why
minimum wage
doesn't this
paycheck
work?
I had was spent on games, Xbox Gold, or Cool Horse Armor and
the
Oblivion.
$50.
Bethesda and so many others were at the top, and we didn't realize how good we had it till it was gone. Sadly, things are quite
Dude.
different now. While there are more options than ever, they aren't coming from
Are
the
you
big
fucking serious?
Between 2003 and 2013, Rockstar released 26
What the fuck?
games. But between 2013 and 2023, they released 3. One of which was a remaster collection. Others may
So
not
they
have
released 2 then.
I don't
decreased
understand.
the numbers of
What?
releases like Bethesda and Rockstar, but the games these studios do release
Why can't I
really
do
keep
this
the
properly?
same experience with a new coat of paint. The best innovations now come from indie or double.
Remove the
Long
zero rates?
gone
Yeah,
are
I
the
know
days when
that,
AAA
but like
studios
now
were
it just
released.
doesn't want to wait at all.
sucks.
Look, I have it right here.
Advocate of indie games, but the reality is
Suitcase
these
bottom,
small
suitcase top.
studios will
So
always be limited in scope. They can't build games like Starfield.
What?
At least not yet.
They will be able to. They absolutely will be able to, especially with
I don't-
AI and generative stuff like that.
Since I
It
don't
will
do
take
like
a long time, but think about what they were able to do. Like, yeah, look at Hades. Hades was a very indie game. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of like an indie game that was actually a really big game that I spent a lot of time on. Valheim. Yeah, Valheim, great example. Yeah, Valheim is a 100+ hour game.
Money is vital if you want to make something enormous like this, with all the
What
bells
the
and whistles.
hello? That doesn't make sense.
We need both
Wait,
the
pose mode.
Starfields and the Stardews.
Why?
We need the companies that shaped the golden age to make more games again and not be hot garbage. The problem is, as
That's
the
so
game market
stupid.
has grown, expanding faster than any other entertainment sector,
that, holy
AAA
shit.
experiences have become bloated, focused more on technology, specs, and map sizes.
What?
I mean, Fallout.
Yeah, nobody.
They're
gives a fuck
weighted.
about this kind of
Okay.
stuff. Like that's why, like I
Let's
really,
see.
That's why I was such a simp for Armored Core 6. Is Armored Core 6 felt like a game that came out on the GameCube.
Vertex weighted,
You know what, it
but
felt like
doesn't.
a game that came out
mm.
on the 360. Right? It wasn't some crazy fucking. It's an open world and there's like 700 collectible doodads that you have to loot, and you have to kill this boss with this weapon on your left hand on Tuesday, and you unlock an achievement that allows you to have an extra dialogue. It's just not a
Object
bunch of
data?
bullshit. It's just a game. It plays well, and that's it.
What the fuck is this? Object data?
It was a literal video game. It was great. Damage to
Geometry
close,
data.
damage to far. How close is close? How
Where's
far
this
is
object
far?
data?
Well, you're gonna have to find out.
Base maps.
4 was bigger than Fallout 3, and Fallout 76 was 4 times
Object
bigger than
data.
Fallout 4. But 76 at release was about as fun as watching paint dry. The
I see
focus of
Vertex here.
Bethesda is bigger worlds
Oh!
and impressive graphics to wow players into purchasing.
I did it.
The question of the
Hey.
studio became, how big can we make this game to wow the player, not how can we make this game fun for the player.
Remember the guy? Actually, this is a really good thing I remember. Remember that one dude that was talking about how Baldur's Gate 3 set really high expectations for video games?
Okay, so now I have to do one more.
Like the guy with the glasses, he had like dark skin. Like, remember him, right? Yeah. He actually talked about this exact thing. That games now, they don't want to. Yeah, Xavier. Yeah, he talked about this exact fucking problem.
So now
The age of the
I have
spectacle,
to.
where it's more important that people perceive value than receive value.
Yeah.
And I'm going to repeat that real quick because I really want to drive this.
Actually,
It's more important that people perceive value
Hmm.
than receive value.
Now, why is this? I'm going to explain why. Okay. Here's why.
I guess I can get away with.
That's why. It's because whenever you
Because
buy
there are
something,
going to be 36
you are
game
perceiving
objects
value,
in this scene.
and whenever
which is going to be a little bit insane.
Well, they already have your fucking money. So what's the important thing about that?
If I'll
what
be
it is,
honest.
Perceive value. The goal of these game studios is to excite players.
Well, yeah, because each one of these has to fucking open up and have its own number and stuff.
As humans, we hear these things and we get excited.
Shut up and take my money.
Ready to just
Yeah.
throw our hard-earned cash at
Bitch.
what we do. We think
Sorry.
we are logical creatures, but we aren't. So much of what we do and
Suitcase.
buy is based off of how we feel. I bought an under-the-desk treadmill the other day, telling myself I'll get my fat ass moving while I work. I've used it once. I got caught up in this idea that I'll get in shape, and I somehow got sold that I could do it while I work. This
Ace
is the
thought zero.
problem
That's
all these
true. You know what?
studios have. They're so
I like your
focused on what
thinking.
sounds good
That
versus
was
what
sexy and
feels
hot.
good,
Oh my
which one?
gosh.
That's actually not true. They're focused on what sounds good because that's what sells well, not what is good. Like, these games are massive commercial successes. Diablo 4 sold how many million copies? A ridiculous amount.
I think you're fine because that ball map where you can interact with have a lot more for sure. I think those are particles, if I remember correctly. They're not actual physical objects.
The next spectacle from Bethesda.
Particles are not that
Bethesda
much of an
games,
issue
Starfield
as
has the
compared
RPG
to
mechanics we've grown to
yeah.
love, but on a galactic scale with thousands of planets to explore.
So
there's
then-
an endless amount of indigenous life to discover.
Well, I don't know about life to discover, but there are a lot of rocks to discover. There are entire solar systems that are full of them. You go from one planet with rocks on it, and then you go to another planet with rocks on it, and you can jump a little bit higher. It's a pretty crazy thing.
The size
Okay,
of this
here we
game is absurd. Although Starfield is Bethesda's first new IP in 25 years, Todd Howard
Yeah, that's
described it as
shaders.
Skyrim
Shader,
in space,
shader.
hinting at what's really happening. Like Skyrim, Bethesda is trying to make another Forever game with Starfield.
Well, not
You see,
shaders.
people view Skyrim
They're
as
particles.
a world where players can return
It's not a
anywhere
shader thing. It's a
and
particle
constantly
thing.
finding new ways to play from mod.
I guess this is a mod. Yeah, I guess this one must be a mod.
Is that a tank in Skyrim?
It is?
That looks like a tank. There's a shader? Oh, I don't know.
Other things. But the game became a forever game and is considered a masterpiece, not because of the developers, but because of the community. Skyrim was just like every other Elder Scrolls game. Fun, innovative, and riddled with bugs. But what made this game so different was that Bethesda unintentionally made it a sandbox. A place for players to build whatever they could imagine in the world of Tamriel.
And then, this is just temporary, but I'm just gonna make a temporary, let's see.
Any mod-based sandbox games before it.
I'll just clone these
Half-Life, Doom,
temporarily.
This time you had a whole world and cast of characters to
So
mess
I
around
can
with. It's
show.
why the game had such
I don't understand why
a
when I
lifespan.
duplicate
don't
this,
see
it
anyone
doesn't.
playing Oblivion 50 times, even
There
though
you
I
go.
think it has a better story than Skyrim. The reason why people still play this game is because Bethesda accidentally created a forever game, and Todd Howard agrees.
12 years after Skyrim, we're looking at a game that has over 60 million copies, and all these people playing it, they're still playing it. And so we have learned we need to build in.
That's true.
A game
Okami plays it,
has this
and she has a ton of sex mods on it.
So that hopefully people are playing Starfield a long time from it.
They caught lightning in a bottle with Skyrim, and they wanted
I
to.
think that also, like, I don't think it's giving Bethesda enough credit because my understanding is that their engine is very easy to mod with. Is that true? Yeah, it is. Anybody can mod with this engine. Yes. That's not accidental. They make it easy. Yes. Fuck, man. I think that's a really great thing.
Okami's a
Like,
degen.
they should
No,
get credit for being able
she's
to
not a
do that.
degen. She just
It's like
is horny like me. Or not horny, but like hypersexual.
Minecraft is super popular is because people can mod with it.
There's a
and do all kinds of
difference.
crazy shit.
Horny is drama.
Starfield
Hypersexual,
by
you're just
building all
hypersexual.
the tools necessary. It's
Exactly.
kind of like
Build the
Minecraft. The
foundation.
game is the perfect stage to tell your story, and Bethesda wants
just like
Starfield to
Minecraft,
be
see?
something
Smart.
similar, to be a stage to tell your story in a futuristic space world. But that takes time to develop, lots of time. So the primary
can be a
focus of
degen without
Bethesda
being
is no
horny?
longer creating a story for people to enjoy and move on.
Well, she's not degenerate. That's the thing. She's hypersexual.
Like Todd said in that same.
Being degenerate is. That's not. Well, when we're referring to huh? Well, we're talking about being degenerate in terms of like sex appeal and stuff like that.
See, for me, the way I beat the game is I exploit every single aspect of the game, and I make the game look like a joke. Like my goal in every video.
There's a huge difference. Sleeping 20 hours doesn't make you degenerate.
That's my goal. Like in